Hello. I like doing that every time I come in here. I'm like, how long can I do it for? And then the moment I start trying to say hi for a long time, I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. But I always convince myself to start. It's something, right? It's you should have that NASA icon. I want it so bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. I streamed on your birthday. Happy birthday. I have no idea when that was. Don't tell me. Don't dox yourself. Hi. Well, right now, Ty is saying more hellos than you are. I don't know. I don't know. Ty's got more coming in than you. Ty's saying more hellos. Well, more highs. More highs. We should have some music. I always remember that we need the doodle music when we start, but then after that, I forget there needs to be music after we start. I need more. I need music. We need music. We need that. It's important to my mental health.
Pollock 228 just subscribed. Sorry for being late. Almost a year already? That's crazy.
That is crazy. Also, you're not late. Literally, the starting soon screen just finished 1 minute ago. You're literally the most on time. This is probably the least late you've ever been. This is probably the most right on time you've been in a while. Usually, you're like, I'm like, is Hulak gonna be here? I'm playing FNAF. But no, you're right on time. Literally, you're right on time. All right, I've got a Miku playlist. We like that, right? We all like Miku here. Let me snag that. Let me drag that over to the other window. Let me put that here. Let's have some Miku. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hi. Hi. I like doing that because I can do that now. There we go. If I turn this way, it just shuts it. If I turn this way, it opens it. Not complete foolproof tracking, as you can see. I remember learning about when it comes to VTuber tracking that well, one, everyone has movements their own way. Everyone has their own kind of like movements of how they move their model. Like especially I think the most obvious one is Corelli. Whenever she turns her head, she doesn't turn it like this. She does a little dip and a twist. So it goes, hi, 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 hi. She does this little dip rotate every time she like turn her head, even if it's like very subtle. And she has really good tracking. If you watch her really carefully, you will see every time she turns, there's this little dip, this little dip. So her model kind of bobbles, right? Everyone has this like little way of moving, but also the software has limitations, and depending on the environment that you're in, those limitations will be different. So everyone will have limitations on what they can and cannot do. So you might see some VTubers that will do things regularly that others won't. Mine thing that I do regularly is that I learned that I am very lucky that I can look up quite easily. Apparently, the software has a hard time tracking your irises moving upwards. So I tend to abuse that and look up a lot when I'm talking. I'm just like showing off that that's something I can do. But when I turn all the way to the side, it has a harder time tracking. So I tend to not turn all the way because it has a hard time tracking me doing that full turn with my head. So there's some things I can't really do that well, and there's some things that I can do really well, which is the eye tracking. And I'm pretty sure it's because the light in my room is like right there, like nearly directly like above my head and a little forward. So it's like lining up with my eyes really well. So it can track my eyes really well, unless I turn my head far enough, and then the software has no idea what's happening anymore. It probably just looks like a bright light to it at that point or something. But yeah. Ellie's clown makeup. Yeah, I don't wear clown makeup. I have it though, in case I need to. But the clown makeup is really used to show whether or not your eyes are open and to show your mouth movement. And as you can see, me without clown makeup is just fine. So it turns out I didn't even need it. However, if I come to a point where I'm in a new environment, or I maybe adjust the model in a certain way, I might need clown makeup. And I really hope I don't, because I hate makeup. I know I'm a girl, but I fucking hate makeup. I'm the girl that hates makeup so much. I hate it so much. I'm pretty sure a lot of VTubers wear clown makeup, actually, probably a majority. It's just so I can see those lines, like, around the mouth when it's open, the eyes when it's open, and how far open. I don't think I need it. I don't need it for my eyebrows either. I think some VTubers will actually like line their eyebrows if they have like really, really light hair, just to make sure it reads it correctly. Like if you're just like a natural blonde. And I don't need that either. I don't think have I ever met someone that's a natural blonde? It's like always dyed. How many natural blondes are there in the world? Is there a lot? A little? Are natural blondes real? I know they exist because sometimes I see a picture with someone with blonde hair and you can barely see their eyebrows, but like, are they real? Are they bleaching their eyebrows to match? Is natural blonde real? Blonde isn't real, right? Is blonde real? Is blonde real? I've met a few, but they're real. Not dyed, like actually real. Lighting would probably help too. Have you seen Gidi set up? I have not. Onigiri, the person who does food, right? Whenever I have work, when I have a job, which I don't have right now, unless you include this and commission work, and when I get stickers going and other merchandise going and all that. And when I have an actual job where someone controls my life for me, I'm usually up early enough where I actually capture streams because she's done a lot of cooking streams in the morning, and I'm like, I start my morning off with food before I go to work and make food. But like, it's food I can control whether or not I have to bear witness to it. I liked her streams a lot. So it's always like in the morning before I would work. I'm like, all right, I'm catching on Nagiti. And K9 Kudo, he would also stream regularly in the morning before when I work. And then so I would enjoy that a lot as well. I think he's in like Europe time zone or something. And I'd be like, oh, it's another person. So I just would watch those two a lot before work started because they were actually live. Like, only two most of the time. It was just those two. I just watched Kudo and Onigiri as I'm getting dressed and letting their stream go. And then I'd go to work. I wonder how many little points I have on their thing. Now that I'm not working and I wake up way late, I don't see their streams anymore because I can never catch them anymore. Because I'm not up early. I miss them. Several natural blondes, including a natural platinum blonde and natural. That's really blonde. Oh my god. I thought that was like fake. That's wow. I didn't know that was a real color. I didn't know that was a real color. Russian blonde haired people. It's like Ellie's color hair. Is she blonde? And it's not fake? I don't know. I just assume everyone I meet who's blonde is fake. I've only met fake blondes. I don't think I've ever met a real. They've just you can see like the roots, right? And they have like brown eyebrows, and I'm like, that's a fake. That's a fake. But it looked really good. One of the big benefits of VTube is you don't have to look presentable to do it. Damn right, do it in your pajamas. I haven't done that before. I haven't streamed in my pajamas before. No, I haven't done that. No, I haven't done that. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. About 90% of my streams are in my pajamas. 90% of mine, I get dressed so I feel like clean and rejuvenated. Like, there's something about laying in your pajamas overnight and then streaming where you just start to feel kind of like sweaty and gross, and I don't like how my skin feels, but I have really naturally very oily skin, so I have to get dressed. I only did like in pajamas when I'm feeling sick and I know I'm bone dry and freezing cold, and I'm like, I could get dressed, but it's gonna make me colder than I am right now. So we're taking advantage of the body heat that I'm producing. Other than that, no, I always get dressed. I feel fresh. I feel clean. You feel fresh. You feel clean. You feel good. We're treating it like kind of like a job and kind of not like a job, but it is whatever. Where's the line between blonde and dirty blonde? I don't know. Isn't it just how brown the blonde is? Isn't like platinum blonde like very white, and then like blonde is like a blonde and dirty blonde it's where it's like going a bit more towards the browns? Like, wait, types of blonde hair. I'm googling blonde hair now. Surely blonde hair isn't real. Let's see. That's the tiniest fucking image it could have ever given me. Okay. Why are these images so small? Open image is huge. Now it's huge. Okay, thanks, Google. Yeah, no, dark blonde is when it's starting to hit browns. Like there's dirty blonde and then sandy blonde's like even more brown. That's barely blonde actually. Uh yeah, platinum blonde, that's that's really blonde. That's really blonde. I saw someone that was like pearl blonde once, but they were like albino. You could really easily tell. They were very beautiful, but they were albino. You could very easily tell. I don't know if that counts. I don't know if the lack of pigmentation counts here. Russia, we have a special name for that color, Rusi, which can be translated to like Russian like, but what does it mean? What does it mean? Wait, blonde? Most Russians are blonde? Wait, what? My world is very small. Russian person. It ain't. Really? I just am giving a bunch of brunettes. You guys are liars. You guys are liars. Wait, there's a blonde lady in there. Okay, I guess it's true. I guess it's true. I guess it's true. Sure. Fine. I guess it's true. I guess it's true. I'm learning about hair today. Learning about hair. Hair. How red can hair get actually? We know how I saw how blonde hair can get. How red can hair get? I mean, there's also a lot of fake red hair dyes that people do. Types of natural red hair on Google I go. That's not natural. That's fucking dyed. I can literally see your streaks. Don't lie to me like that ever again. When you Google types of natural red hair and it gives you only dyed hair. Look at this natural poppy red. Very natural indeed. No, not at all fake. No, that's the most natural color I've ever seen. With brown streaks in the middle. At the hairline. Ah, outstanding. Why do we call it red hair anyways? It's literally just orange. Why do we do that? Why do we assign the words we do to some things? Like red hair. It's orange hair. It's orange hair. It's orange hair. It's like how people will describe skin colors too, and I'm like, it's all shades of brown. All the colors you're saying aren't even the color. I don't understand. I don't understand why we do this. Because language has evolved since the hair was named. Red and orange used to be perceived as the same color. Are you saying... Maple, are you saying there is a time and place in life where we're going to actually finally separate blue and cyan and not see it as the same fucking color? You know how happy I would be? Do you know how happy I would be if we started recognizing and teaching that cyan and blue are two different colors? If we could do it with red and orange, we could do it with cyan and blue because they're two different colors. I will die on this hill. Cyan is not light blue. It is not light blue. It is not light blue. I will die. It's not sky blue either, even though the sky is cyan. Sky blue is like a light blue, which is not actually the color of the sky, by the way. So whenever you draw with sky blue, it doesn't look right because the sky is cyan. I'm just saying. I am passionate about colors. I break blue and cyan by the fact that it has a different name. Yes, but if you go to a common person, Maple, who does not live in the internet like all of us do, and you point to a color cyan, and you go, what color is that? They're gonna say blue! Because we're teaching them wrong. You're not taught the color cyan in school. It's a color you have to be familiar with hearing and using. Like when you're on the computer with a wide color array of colors that are abused to hell and back, and you're used to calling things cyan because it's really abused on the computer. Because cyan is a really hard color to produce in the real world, but on the computer it's so easy because of the wide color array that you're used to just having it blasted in your face all over the place. But in real life, it's a lot harder to find that color in the wild. So everyone calls it fucking light blue. It pisses me off. This guy is cyan. It's not blue. I'm sorry. Your whole life it's a lie. I'm really sorry about that. It's hard for everyone. I was not taught cyan in school at all. I was absolutely not taught cyan. I thought cyan was like a weird shade of between blue and green. But like more of a seafoam, I didn't understand it. And then when I started really learning about like colors and color theory, I was like, cyan's a primary color. And I was like, ain't no way cyan's a primary color, but it makes sense because printer ink has cyan, magenta, yellow. It makes sense. And then I started grabbing my art tools and testing it, and I went, oh my god, cyan's a primary color. Because primary colors are colors you cannot mix into right with pigments. Once you've gone away, you can't go backwards. That's it. You're just going to make some kind of muddy looking color. Cyan's a primary color. So I took my art tools and I mixed cyan and I mixed magenta and I made a perfect royal blue. I was so mad. And then I took magenta and I took yellow and I made a beautiful poppy red. And I'm like, these are primary colors! It's cyan, magenta, yellow. That's why printer ink is cyan, magenta, yellow. All of you are being lied to. I'm so sorry. And I have tested it. I have physical proof in my bedroom. The sky is cyan. By the way, it's not fucking blue. Well, some days it's kind of like on the blue. But most of the time it's going to be cyan. If it's like a clear, bright day, mid-afternoon, it's cyan. And the more you know. Midori no Ito? Wait, what's Ito? I know Midori is green. What's Ito? Ito meaning... What's it mean? What does it mean? Japanese colors. It sent me to Japanese colors. Ito? Keto? Midori Ito? Green? What? What? Ito? What? Yeah, it's great, maybe because it's stormy outside right now. That would do it. That would do it. Ito? What does Ito mean? Shido white, and there's Keto, which is yellow. Keto. Murasaki. I don't know what that means. Hito, scarlet, what? Who cares? It just means color. Okay. It just means color. Got it. Got it. No, it's not confusing. It's not confusing. But yeah, cyan, magenta, yellow are the real primary colors. My hair has the actual primary colors. In case you didn't know that. These are the primary colors. I am primary colored. It's got cyan, magenta, and yellow. My hair's the primary colors and streaks. Primary colors. Primary colors. And then I'm filled with secondary colors, actually. My eyes are green, my candies are red, and my dress is more of a blue than a bit more blue tone than cyan. My hair has the primaries, and everything else is the secondaries. I mean, yeah. The more you know. The pink is magenta. Magenta, yes. This isn't light red. Does this look light to you? Like light red? That's salmon. This is pink. This is magenta. Pink is like a fake word of a color, actually, when you really think about it. Because when people say pink, they really mean magenta to light red. They mean this really weird kind of like triangle point arc of colors that you can hit. It kind of encapsulates both of them. So like if you're looking at light red or magenta, you can say pink, but it's magenta. Midori isn't green, but young buds. No, Midori is... I took class. And I was taught Midori was green in school. I was taught Midori means green in school. Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? I was taught that in school. That Midori is green. Murasaki, is purple. Ao is blue. Aka is red. What are you talking about? Shido white, Kuro black. That's why it's Canine Kuro, because he has a black color palette. Midori is green. Unless it's got multi-meaning, it's green and young buds at the same time. No, if you say Midori, it's green. There's a reason why Midoriya has green hair. He's green. He's green. He's named his hair color so bad. Talking old Japanese here. Oh, okay, well, now it just means green. Wait. Okay, wait. If you're talking old Japanese, and Midori means young buds, then what did they call green back in the day? What was green before that? What was green when it was just young buds? When they saw a green thing and they pointed at it, what color did they call it out? No! They mixed up green and blue! Why did they do that? Why did they do that? Why did they mix up green and blue? Why do we do this? Why does every place on Earth you go back far enough and they're fucking mixing up colors that are very clearly different? Green, blue, same thing. It's like before, what, blue, purple, same thing. They don't like a lot of areas in Europe just mix up blue and purple all the fucking time. And it's like, no. Stop that. Man, we're really bad at the color blue, huh? All colors is the same if you're not looking at anything at all. If you close your eyes, all colors is the same. Close your eyes, you never look at color, then all color is the same color. If you never look at the color, then all color is the same color. It's all the same color. All the same color. Also, we're taking new quizzes today. But if you guys have anything fun I can do on the internet that will not dox my location or anything about me, then I'm fine with doing that too. Like, if you have Sunny, there's this fun little quiz thing on this other site you can take. There's this fun little test you can take, like the little color test that we were doing in Discord, like something like that. I'm okay with doing that too. I'm okay with suggestions. Just put them in my Discord. Just put them in my Discord. So they dox me. No. I want to normalize the idea of not giving away information to dox yourself, because while some people know how to be smart about it, some people don't. And when it gets normalized, people who think that it's totally fine to do that are going to start making really bad mistakes. And that's not good. That's not good. I don't want it normalized here. I really don't. I don't want my community to be the community where bad things happen to users because the idea of giving away private information about yourself is something that is just regularly done, to where someone doesn't know how to be safe about it, thinks it's fine because everyone else is doing it, so it must be okay. We do that as a species. That would never happen. You better not on my stream. I don't care about what you do on yours, just don't do it on mine. Don't do it on mine. You do whatever you want in your own space, Ty 9999999, but don't do it on mine. This is my house. You in your house. You whatever the fuck you want. I don't know what you do over there all the time. I don't like stare at everyone's streams all day like, what are you doing, bud? I got shit to do. I got shit to do. I don't actually catch streams as much as I'd like to. I got shit to do. I mean, I'm at least catching the cyclothons, but I'm using that time to like work on commissions and do other stuff. Like cyclothons go in and I'm like, all right, time to draw. I'm gonna do this other thing. But no, I'm not catching them as much as I'd like to. Because I'm just stressed the fuck out. But we don't need to talk about that. We don't need to talk about all that. Not giving local details during a collab with 3 other streamers. You good, man? Sonic syndrome test? What is this wiki Wiktionary? Wiktionary. Wiktionary. What's this? What is that? Hold on. My nose is icky. Wiktionary. What is Wiktionary? The Wiki Dictionary. What? Okay, first we're going to do you quizzes, then we're going to move on to that. We're going to start with you quizzes. So, tomate. Tomate. Okay, no, I will never make a game scene ever. I will never make a game scene because this is funnier. I don't care how much it hurts Maple. This is funnier to watch me. I will make you a game scene. I don't care how much it hurts Maple. This is so funny. Every time I do it, I'm like, hold on, guys. I need to move around. Watch me be like, one day, like, some big streamer girl with, like, I don't know, like 1,000 people watching me. And, like, they just watch me manually move everything over. I've been streaming 5 years, and they're watching me move over, like, why is she doing that? Because it's funnier. Sunny, do you still actually only have one scene? Well, I mean, technically the stream starting soon is its own scene. Like, this thing. Scene. But, I have different scenes that have, like, a collection of things in something, and then that is put on my main scene as a source. So in terms of scenes that I can actually use on stream, I have 2. This one and the doodle page. That's it. So everything is on this one. So my sources is a very long list that I scroll through to find things. It's a very long list and I'm very stupid. You have to just, you get what you get. You get what you get. Yeah, I move my mouth the old-fashioned way. Do a steiner or transition. Yeah, no, that'll be the day. I'm like, I should make a transition sentence. I'm like, transition to what? There's nothing to transition to. Nothing to transition to. A game seemed to make Maple at ease and never use it. That's true. That is true. I could do that. And never use it. She doesn't have transitions. She doesn't have a game scene. She doesn't have an overlay. She inflicts... Yeah. That's exactly it. I don't have any of that. Absolutely not. That's exactly it. I have this, and I have the steering starting soon. And that's all I can click to. No, the status is not a source, but wouldn't that be funny as fuck? Wouldn't that be funny as fuck? I think that would be the funniest thing in the world if it was. I think that would be the funniest thing in the world. I take a bunch of scenes in it. I take the whole thing and put it in a folder, and I just click the folder off and on my regular thing. Wouldn't that be funny? I think that would be so funny. Wait, that actually might work, because then you guys can hear the toot-toot-oos and highs during the stream starting soon. Because I tried to add that to the one to stream starting soon, and it didn't work. And then it, like, broke, and I just had to remove it. Putting the doodle page for my stream starts on my main thing in a folder would actually solve a lot of problems, now that I think about it. That would solve a lot of problems. That would solve a lot of problems. I'm not screen sharing OBS, no. All right, let's say some quizzes. And all this reminds me of the DARE project that made people take drugs when it tried to tell them not to take drugs by means of telling them where to acquire drugs. Does anyone remember that? The DARE project where they're like, all right, kids, taking drugs is really bad for you. Don't take them in these specific locations. Don't use these code words to ask for these specific drugs. And so everyone went and got drugs. And then it was canceled. Yeah, and then I'm like, okay, that is the logo. I'm right then. I just remembered that. Oh, good morning, Tato. Our DARE officer was arrested for distribution. That's the funniest thing. That's great. I'll get teach these kids how to make drugs and pretend that I'm totally not selling it to them. Really, all they had to do if they wanted to convince kids to not do drugs was tell them the horrific side effects and just that. And then kids would have been scared out of using drugs. Oh, by the way, it's real. Being a VTuber will ruin your life. So, you notice how when I talk, I tend to do like these, I do this little circular head movements when I talk. I kind of go, nah. That's kind of like how I do things, because it keeps my head locked on all the stuff that I'm doing, and I can keep my eyes kind of like pinned at like OBS to make sure everything's right, but I can still have some movement. So that's why I do little bobbles. I'm just making sure the stream is running well because my computer's a piece of crap. One day when I get money and I get a better computer, I will have more movement because I won't have to be like watching everything. But yesterday, my cat was at my doorway and I wanted her to come into my room. And instead of being a normal person, be like, you want to come in? I went up to her, I'm like, you want to come in? You want to come in my room? You want to come in? And I'm bobbing my head like I do on stream, and I was like, wait. And I heard warnings of this from other VTubers that you'll start acting like a VTuber in real life if you do it long enough. You'll be like, uh-huh, yeah. And bobbing your head like a little freak. And I did it to my cat, and it's happening. It's been nearly a year, and it's starting to take over. It's been nearly a year, and being a VTuber is starting to take over, and I'm like, hi, how are you? It's ruining my life. I can't be normal anymore. I can never go out in public again, except that I need a job. Fuck me. I dare you to run IP address, home address, real life photos. You're on Interpol most wanted list. What? You can't identify VTubers because they try to puppet IRL. Yeah, actually, if you see someone online, someone in real life, and they're like, well, hello, how are you today? I'm doing pretty good. That's a VTuber. If they're bobbing their head in a weird way while talking to you, that's a VTuber. And they've been doing it for more than a year. And it's got them. That's a VTuber. I almost guarantee it. I don't know what any other kind of job where you would need to simply bobble your head nonstop like this one in order to make the model move to exaggerate the movements. That's a VTuber. That's 100% a VTuber. 100%. What else would you need to do that for? Besides maybe like being a theater actor, because you're so far away from the audience on stage, you need to like really move, right? So then because I've taken theater classes, and I know for those you have to like super move compared to like how you would if you were a normal actor, because they have to be able to see your movements from very far away. Your makeup looks fucking crazy, and you're like all over the place. That's why it always looks exaggerated whenever you see it, like a recording of it and it's close up and they look like it's exaggerated, because when you're like so far away from the stage, it does not look exaggerated. You have to overdo it. So I guess a theater person would bob their head on accident a lot from the acting. But other than that, I can't really imagine any other kind of job that would require that. But theater, definitely, definitely. It's a VTuber. No, he's not. He has some pretty sexual moves. No, he's not. Shut up, Jado. No, he's not. I don't believe you at all. How about Truth or Dare? Let's just start with the top one. I bob my head a lot listening to the LA sounds. Yeah, but when you're talking to people, you're not like, uh-huh. So let's go out and get some Subway, actually. You're not doing that. You're not doing that. Thank you for making this quiz get on trending page. You guys are best. By the way, I update this every day. Ain't no way you do. There's no way that you do. This is one question. This is just one question. What the fuck is this? It's one out of one. What out of one? What? I thought I was gonna take a good quiz. Yeah, I'll take it. How do you dare? Dare. What the fuck is that? That's hilarious. It's not even. Yes, he's not popular and he does it for fun. As long as he's having fun. As long as he's having fun. And that's what matters. I thought you were lying though, and you're saying that as a joke, but he actually is a VTuber. Like, people don't go up to you and go, my uncle is a VTuber. Like, no one will believe that initially. I mean, I think the highest demographic of VTubers is like between 20s and 30s women. From literally any location. And then after that, it's 20s to 30s man. From any location. It's a different Truth or Dare every day. A different Truth or Dare. But it was just Truth or Dare, but without a question. Just Truth or Dare. Raise a daughter, and I'll tell you what kind of adult she is. Alright. Outbite. Based on how I would parent a child. Oh no, if you're a child, that's gonna be bad. Everyone has different parenting styles, and this quiz is just for fun. Don't take it too seriously. Also, as requested, there's now a nuanced option for most questions. Edit, holy moly, guys, I've never had this many stages before, and guess, okay, yeah, whatever. 10 questions will determine how my future offspring will end up. Go and tell the other uncle that he's your favorite, or they'll get jealous. How did your child come into your custody? That's not happening ever. That's not happening ever. I stole her from the hospital. I found her in my house. I adopted her. How do you accidentally kidnap a baby? How do you accidentally kidnap a baby? I adopted her. That's always been my plan. Yeah, there's a lot of 30s VTubers. I thought I was like too old for it, only to find out that I'm actually, in fact, the right age to be a VTuber. No, I'm not fucking updating. What is your daughter's name? Apple? Ain't no way that's a real answer. Olivia, Lucy, Navy, Stella, Elio, Sarah. She is not worthy of a name. Apple, Opal. That's not. Oh yeah, Apple. This is your long lost sister who has your name. Just so you know, I'm gonna determine her life now. Alright, I don't know, Stella, because that's the name of a friend's OC that is important to them, so her name's Stella at the end, if that has to be my pick. Gwyneth Paltrow kid's name is Apple. Well, they could have picked a better name. What are you feeding your baby for breakfast? Food? It's a baby. Baby food? Why would I feed my... Raw egg? Honey, you cannot feed a baby honey. Don't do that. I mean that seriously. You cannot feed a baby honey. Don't do that. This is how you kill your fucking baby. Nuance. How do you feed your baby nuance? Cooked apple. Don't do that either, maybe. Unless it's like applesauce. I'm feeding my baby fucking formula like a normal person. Do not feed your baby honey. Do not feed any baby honey. You actually killed the baby. Your daughter wakes up at 4 a.m. crying. What do? I pick her up and I feel like I'm gonna pass out, but I do it anyway because I do it for my cat, and I do it for my cat. Sometimes it's 2 a.m. and she's at my door like, and I just come out and give her some kisses and hugs until she feels better. No, don't feed your infant baby honey. They'll haunt you as a ghost. Our names are really stupid. I knew a girl whose name was Paxson. It was pronounced Passion. Could have also just named them Passion or like literally any other name. Dead before adulthood is maybe an option. Probably. Your daughter, okay, so get up and feed her, get up and cuddle her until she goes to sleep. Ignore her, make my partner get up to her, put the over her mouth so she stays shut. Don't do that. Scream at her, don't do that. Nuance, what does that mean? I will cuddle her until she goes to sleep. She clearly had a nightmare if it's at 4 a.m. If I heard of what must have named some of his kids. No, because I don't like to keep myself updated on horrible people. I don't have time to keep myself updated on what terrible people are doing in life. I want to enjoy living mine. Why would I make myself miserable on purpose? The world is already trying its hardest to make me miserable, so I'm not going to help it any. She turned 5. How will you celebrate? With the biggest party ever. Turning 5 is already hard enough for a baby because so many can go wrong when a baby, especially if baby have medical problem, you might lose the baby. Happen a lot. So turn 5, big deal. A big deal. Birthday party with all her friends. Do 5-year-olds have friends? I mean, they're just starting to enter school, right? Do they have friends yet? Do 5-year-olds have friends? Do they have... If they're in school, they have friends, but like right when you turn 5, you're probably not in school yet, right? They have 5-year-olds have friends. Okay, make her do work around the house. What's she gonna do? Take a rag and slap it on things? She's 5. I had a best friend at the age of 3 up until we were 11. How? Damn, I envy that. I forgot her birthday. What? Give her some... a birthday party with all her imaginary friends. We're taking all of her toys and we're putting them on a table. And we're all going to eat cake together with her plastic cakes. And we're going to... there's going to be confetti. It's going to be great. Playdates are a thing. Surely you speak of lies. What school are you sending her to? A normal school. There's your Catholic school. Oh, hell no! Local primary school. I can be brought to rather in school. Homeschool nuance. Just local primary school. I'm a normal. It's important. I understand that homeschooling for a lot of times can be better, but it's important also that your kid can have socializing and social activity at a young age. Just going to primary school. And she gets her first boyfriend at 13. How do you react? That's a little young, don't you think? That's a little... I mean, then again, I guess I had my first boyfriend at like 14. Maybe it's not young. Maybe it's not actually that... I mean, maybe it's not actually that young. But it feels like it now that I'm in my 30s. So, like, that's a little young. But wait, no, I did that. Daughter would be safe in a Catholic school. She's not a little boy after all. I got some bad news for you. I got some bad news for you. No one is safe in a strict Catholic school. I got some bad news for you. Sunny went to a public school. Look how she turned out. I went between a mix of like a more private Christian school, public schooling, and homeschooling. I have experienced all three. I have seen all of it. I've seen it all. I've seen it all. I've had all the schooling systems. I've seen it all. It was a bad joke about kids, but there are like that. But it's not exclusive to little boy. Anyone, no one is safe. Thankfully, I never had problems like that. All we had was hold hands very awkwardly to talk about starting a band together. Aww, that's cute. That's cute. Okay, optional. We could kill him. Beside him, I tell her she said, I just did that. I have to mark it. I literally just did that. Oh God, I'm gonna ruin her life. You catch your 15-year-old daughter sneaking out to a party she says she couldn't go to. Oh, she in trouble. Ground her. I don't care. Oh no, I'm not gonna abuse her. She says say she can go, but give her a curfew. Like, why would she lie? Say she couldn't go and then go. She can just tell me she can go. Why would she lie about that? What purpose does that have? What purpose does it have to lie? Go with her. That's a little too evil. Have a talk with her about making better decisions. Nuance. So she's caught. She hasn't made it yet. Yeah, go with her feels like the countercable option. Absolutely. Let's go together, since you can obviously, you're gonna need help since you can't go earlier. Obviously, you're gonna need help getting there, so I might as well come with you. it's See, the thing that's weird about this to me is I understand a kid sneaking out to a party and not telling the parents that there's a party. But she said she couldn't go, which means she told me about this party, right? Told me she couldn't go to it, and then decides to try to go to it. That doesn't make any damn sense. Why tell me about it and then say you can't go and then try to go? If you wanted to hide going, you wouldn't tell me about it, right? You just say, I'm going to the grocery store, Mom, or some shit like that. Why lie like this? Why? Are kids this dumb? Are kids this stupid? Surely they're not this stupid. Oh, I said she couldn't go too. I can't read. I'm that stupid. I told her she couldn't go. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, she's grounded. She's grounded. I thought she told me. And I was like, why? I told her she's grounded. Your daughter graduated high school. What do you do? It's not, I'm the stupid one. Streamer brain really be like, I don't have brain cells at all. What do you do? Force her to go to college? Absolutely not. That actually fucked up my life a little bit. Although I wasn't forced, but like everything around you and every peer around you will pressure you into going before you know what to do with your life. I wanted a break, but like the high school and every person like that was an adult working there was like, but you gotta go to college, because if you take a year break to find out what you want to do with your life, they won't accept you. And I was like, what? Yeah, and that's a lie, actually, by the way. If they're telling you that, they're lying to your face. They just want your money. They don't give a shit. Yeah, never forced to go into college. Tell her you're happy for her. It wasn't even at her graduation. Excuse me. I'm the embarrassing one. Tell her she can do anything she wants with her life now. She graduated in 2020 and didn't get a graduation. Oh, that would suck. I'm happy for her. I'm not gonna tell her she can do anything she wants with her life now, because no one can do anything they want with their life now, and that's unrealistic, and you're setting up unrealistic expectations for someone. There's a point where you're positive to the point where it becomes harmful. I tell her I'm very happy for her. Tell me something. I can't read. Your daughter grew up and lived a happy life. I'm the best parent ever. Your daughter grew up and married a guy named Lucas. Okay. When she was 27. Okay. They had 2 children, a girl named Joy and a boy named Samuel. Okay. Your daughter worked as a florist until she retired at age 70. Holy shit, she had a great job. And lived with Lucas for another 13 years before she died happy at age 83. Holy shit! My kid lived to the age of 83. I don't know if anyone else here can brag about that, but my kid lived until the age of 83. 83. I don't know if any of you can brag about that, but my kid lived until the age of 83. I have the ultimate bragging rights right now. She just bites the dust because of bad parenting. Let's find out. Let's find out. Can I... Yeah, retake the quiz. All right. Let's find out right now. Okay. I accidentally kidnapped her. She's not worthy of a name. Actually, no, fuck it. Let's name her Apple. We're giving her honey. Don't ever do that. What do you do? Duct tape her mouth. How she turned 5. How do you celebrate? Make her do work around the house. What school are you sending her to? Can't be bothered. She gets first boyfriend at 13. How do you react? Kill him. You get sneaking out to a party. There's the worst possible option, honestly. Your daughter graduated high school. What do you do? Force her to go to college so she's miserable. Tell me something, whelp. Your daughter died before the age 20. You neglected your daughter so much that her health failed and she died. Okay. Yeah, she should have died not just before the age 20. She should have died before she turned 5. I gave her honey as a baby. That would take her out fast. That would do it. That would do it. Okay, let's see what else. What else? How likely is it at least one person currently has a crush on you? Absolutely 0. Let's say 0. There's no way. There's no way. Except maybe one person. I need to text him. Start quiz. How often do people try to go out of their way to befriend you? You mean like before I became a VTuber? Because it's different now. Okay, how about, let's be authentic here, before I became a VTuber. Before I became a VTuber. That basically wouldn't really happen. Unless I drew a bunch of pictures. I make friends by drawing pictures until people notice me. And then I start having an identity crisis that people only like me for my art. But I do it to myself. That's how I make friends. I draw pictures and then I go, is this friend authentic? I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't be trying making friends through drawing pictures. And then wondering if it's through drawing pictures. I mean, yeah, but I do it anyway. Random hitting you up on Discord asking if you want to buy a commission. I have had people just hit me up and want to buy a commission. I once had someone stalk me to my DeviantArt from a game forum page to get a commission for me like 15 years ago. That was really interesting. I wasn't even that good at art yet. I don't know why they did that. But it was really just like, hey, I scoured the internet and I found your DeviantArt so I could commission you. And I was like, huh? That was certainly something. How often they go the way do you befriend you? Okay, let's see. What's the most accurate? It happens a lot whenever I meet someone. A lot of people try to make me meet their new friends. That's like never happened, even after being a VTuber. People are like, Sunny, I'd like to introduce you to my friend. That's not a real thing that happens. It happens often, but there's also a good chunk of people who don't try to. It's not happen often. Now, do you want to buy a commission? Do you want a commission? Sometimes. Sometimes. I But what does going out of your way here mean? What does that actually mean? What does that mean? Most of the time, people know me through my art, and they have no reason to talk to me because they're only there for the art, right? So I don't really exist to them. It's just my what I can produce, which is why streaming is cool because people aren't here for my art. They're here for, I mean, technically you're here for my art because my art is my model, but you're here more for me. So it's just like wild as fuck to me that people even show up. Like, wow, people want to talk to me? People want to hear me talk? That's unusual. What do you mean they want to make you meet their friends? Where did it come from? That's weird. Who the hell makes you want to meet them? They make a concerted effort to try and talk to you and be around you in some way. So do we not include group chats where I just show up and people talk to me because I'm there? I would say sometimes. Before I was a VTuber, though, no. Actually, that would be the most accurate answer. No. I have a really hard time making friends, to be honest. Before I was a VTuber, in DMs, really, like before Ellie's, before Kobugs, the only person I would really talk to was Card every day. It didn't talk to anyone besides Card. I literally DM'd one person effectively. And then after Kobugs happened, a few people would sometimes DM me, and that was overwhelming because I only DM'd one person a day. And now that I'm a VTuber, I'll like easily talk to 8 people a day, and I'm thankfully getting used to it. But sometimes I get overwhelmed and I kind of just stare at the ceiling while the DMs roll in, and I can't do it. I'm like, I can't talk to people today. I know it's been like 2 years, but it's still just weird. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to that. It's still wild. If I haven't responded to your DMs, it's not that I'm ignoring you. It's that I got completely overwhelmed because you were not the only person talking to me that day. And my brain fried out, like lickety split. And I just laid down and stared at the ceiling. I'm not ignoring you. I read it. My brain cooked like a little shrimp in the sun, like in Digital Circus. It just cooked just like that. And I couldn't say anything. I got overwhelmed to the point of being nonverbal. I'm sorry. That it still happens from time to time. It still happens. I'm not ignoring you. I became nonverbal. I became nonverbal on accident. This also happens in my Discord too. Some people will send a bunch of messages and I read them and I flip to being nonverbal. And I'm like, ah, damn. Wish I could join you guys. I just became nonverbal for a bit there. I read them though. I always read them. Whenever you send me a message, no matter what it is, I have always read it. I just sometimes go nonverbal. I was talking to some other people, like I think 2 weeks ago about that, and like my experience with like sometimes I just can't talk, and then I'm went from just talking to like one person a day to this amount, and they're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's suddenly just shut down, and I'm like, okay, thanks. Good to know I'm valid as fuck. We're just like shutting the fuck down. I'm like, I can't do it. It's too much. My limit was initially very small. Yeah, I know. I see what you read. I might not respond. But I've always read it. I always read it. Sometimes my brain just shuts right the fuck off though. I can't help it. I DM people all the time, but usually they ignore or hate me, so they basically never reply. Cog's right. If you ever DM me and I don't reply, I have read it and I do like being around you. It's just that my brain literally shut off because everyone DM'd me, and then it just turned right off. And I became completely nonverbal. I always feel awkward DMing people, especially if they're older. Makes me feel like a jester trying to entertain a rogue. That's a weird take. I love that. That's my job, Tato. Do you realize my job is being a jester and you guys are the court and I'm doing everything I can to be funny as fuck for you guys? This is my whole job. You don't have to entertain me. That's my job. You just be you. You would just be you. How many people do you know your age? I would say majority of people I talk to are in the ballpark range of 5 to 8 years of my age. In the ballpark range of that. Most people are around my age area. I know if we count the internet, I know a good amount of people in my age range. If we count real life, where do I find them? Where do I find them? But I'm counting you guys because we're all people. Even though we're online, we're all people. I know a good amount of people in my age range. Yeah. Also, who the fuck is this in the background? Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Who is that? And why isn't he wearing a shirt? It's kind of weird. The jester sings for the king and queen in the coat she borrowed from me, James Dean. I like that. How many friends do you currently have? If we're counting online, way too many. If we're counting online, 15 plus. If we're counting in real life, it's like this. But if we're counting online, it's like this. How often do people start conversations with you out of nowhere? No. But if we're counting online, sometimes you guys just pop in and be like, Sonny, this and this and this thing. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. 15 is a lot. Up until being a VTuber, I had like 5, maybe online. Not a whole lot. No, this is a lot. I would say I'm not at the point where I'm getting DM'd a lot. Out of the blue about a random topic. Like, I think there's difference between, hey, Sonny, I need to check in with this thing with you real quick, or this, and okay, I don't consider that starting a conversation. Sometimes it's like, Sonny, look at these cool photos of this place I was at. That's trying to start a conversation. That happens sometimes. Do you have people who currently seem very interested in you or look up to you? I don't know, guys. What do you think? I think this is the one you guys have to answer. What's the answer? Yes, that I can confirm. I mean, I got that vibe for some people. Nope, but I have had in the past or IDK. I certainly have not had that in the past. Nope, nobody really seems like that. I don't know. This is you guys answer this one. I look up to you metaphorically, not literally. Fuck you. Fuck you. Nobody looks up to you because we're all fuck all of you. Fuck all of you. What the hell? Why am I catching strays on this question? I hope all of you step on one Lego today. It's the most evil thing I can imagine. What the fuck? What the fuck? My eyesight is too bad to see a fuck you. Fuck you. Is Maple still here? Maple, are you still here? Maple, my Maple, are you still here? Maple! 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 I think Maple's dead. Mabel, can you make a quiz that encapsulates this? Can you make a quiz that encapsulates this? Can quiz answers get this long? Is it possible to make a quiz in chat that encapsulates this? Is that possible? Because people are too busy making short jokes about me instead of answering these questions. I'm like, what do you guys think? And they're all like, you're too short to look up to. No one's answering the question. We need a poll for this question, because I don't really know. I think I'm a ding-dong. But I don't know how I would shorten these if a poll can't have these lengths of answers. I might be too stupid to do this. Awkward is same thing Discord friend request, where even if basically I have a confirmation that's fine, it still feels weird. I generally accept friend requests only if I've spoken to you several times. Some people are like, I said 3 words to Sunny. I will send her a friend request. And I'm like, denied. Absolutely not. That's no. I don't know you yet. You asked me like, oh, Sunny, do you like ice cream? Yeah. Friend request denied. No. Some people have done that, and I'm like, fuck no. That's scary. No. Is Maple still here? Is Maple trying to make a poll? Is Maple trying to make a poll? Is it possible? When I don't know how to do thing, I ask Mod how to do thing. Or ask if Mod can do thing. I might be dumb. Give the bunny a chance. Wait, sorry, I didn't know you were asking me to do something. I was wondering, because you see this question here, Maple, of do you have people who currently seem very interested in you or look up to you? And I asked Jet the answer. And the answer is they don't look up to me because I'm too short to look up to. So they're not answering the question. And I don't actually know what the answer to this is because I think of myself as a ding dong and a dumbass, and I almost never draw myself because why would you draw something you don't really like, right? So I was wondering, can we make a poll of this on Twitch? Because I don't know if we can have this long length of answers. And I don't know if I know how to shorten them. If we don't, I wouldn't know how to write it. Are you able to make a poll that is this? In a way that people understand what they're reading and what each answer is what. Because I literally just misread an entire sentence and went a 5-minute tangent on one of these polls. So I don't trust myself to make a poll right now, because clearly my brain is fried from just stuff that you know about. Can you make a poll of this poll? Because no one will answer it honestly. Not a single person has answered this poll honestly. I need a poll of this poll on Twitch. This poll needs a poll. Because then people have to answer it correctly. People have to answer it honestly. They won't have a choice anymore. Sonny, it's hard for sound to reach Maple because you're tiny. Shut the fuck up! I believe in you, Maple. Hey, did you guys like that? Was that loud enough? Was that loud enough? Was that loud enough? Are you happy now? Are you happy now? Yeah, thank you, my Maple. Okay, let's see. Yes, confirmed. You get. Okay, so it doesn't fit. Okay, I was thinking like, will it fit? No, but have it had in the past already. Okay, nope, not really. And because I don't know. Again, like I don't really like myself. I don't really like drawing myself because why would you want to draw something you don't like? So how could I imagine people look up to me if I don't like me, right? It's that idea of it's hard to be loved when you don't love yourself kind of thing. How can I imagine people look up to me when I don't really like me? I feel like me can be better later. Me's not at optimum me-ness. I could be better me. I'm not optimum me right now. I'm okay-ish, I guess. I feel like I'm the most average person born and alive currently. Why are you guys voting yes more? What's happening? But no, I'm like, I would say compared to an average person, I'm average. I would say compared to an extraordinary person, I'm very average. There'd be people really out there living life, and I'd be here like just dinging around in my bedroom drawing, and I'm not living like a whole life. I'm not going places. I'm not doing things. I'm like the most average person alive. I went to school. I took a little college. I draw pictures and I stream. And I worked in food like everyone else on the planet does. That's really average. Sunny art is amazing. I wish I could be even remotely close to how great you are. It's a good thing. In the future, I want to do art tutorial streams and help. We can get there. We can get there. We can get there. When I started art, I didn't really have anyone to like help me or help me in a way that was actually helpful. So I have so many sketchbooks full of me teaching myself. I want to teach people because I don't want anyone to have to go through the bullshit I went through to learn art. It was not necessary. What I had to do was not necessary, and I could have simply just received help. And at the time, tutorials online when I was learning art were a lot harder to come by. And we don't need to do that anymore. We don't need to live like that anymore. I never worked in food. I think it's pretty common to work in food. Consider this food job postings everywhere. Okay, we have more confirmed on the yes than the vibe that of yes. That's Interesting. That means there's 3 of you that look up to me, and you shouldn't. I have the most boring lifestyle. You shouldn't. You really shouldn't. Look up to literally anyone else. Look up to literally anyone else. Look up to anyone else. Worked as an that sounds interesting. Working as an optometrist. That's interesting. Working as an optometrist. See, that's actually cool. That's actually cool. Okay, fine. Yes, I can confirm because we're confirming it right now. See, optometry sounds cool. Food is like I made a sandwich and someone ate it. Okay. Optometry sounds fucking cool. See, that's living a whole life doing cool shit. I'm like, I made a sandwich and someone ate it. Like, who cares? I was an optometrist. It just worked for one bit. That's still cool. That's still cool. That's still cool. That's like an actually cool job, even if you just work for one. That's actually a cool area to get into. That's cool jobs. That's cool. And thank you, Maple. Everyone say thank you, Maple. Everyone say thank you, Maple, for the poll. Everyone say thank you, Maple. A job at a nuclear reactor company. See, what you're doing is actually cool. What you're doing is cool. All these people with cool jobs, everyone say thank you, Maple. Everyone is doing, like, cool shit. And I'm like, I made sandwich. If I was checking quality of fruits and vegetables and decided if it was good enough for shops, does that count as working in food? Yeah. In a way, that's more like agriculture, which is also very cool. It's also very cool. Why can't we have a tip Maple button that actually tips, that actually goes to Maple's tip? Why can't we have a tip? What kind of buttons do we even have anyway? I think we have my Twitter, my Discord, and my Throne, which all of you already have. What is that Stream Elements message? As when you do the is this a trick question? Because you've been here a lot of time. It's when you do an exclamation mark and you write something, and it just sends you right to it. Like, I have my Twitter, my Discord, my Throne, a fake tip Maple button, I guess. You're in agriculture uni, but study for an IT degree. You can mix those things together, I'm sure, somehow. You can mix those things together somehow. Oh yeah, and you can feed Doodle pork, of course. Of course. I always say all information can be like mixed together in some way or another. I don't know. Maybe you can make software that's useful for people who do agriculture because you understand agriculture and you understand software and you can see where a need is for things. That could be helpful. That could be extremely helpful. Everything can get mixed together in some way. The tip Maple command says to tip you or commission art. Yeah, because Maple doesn't want us to tip her. Maple, do it right now. Make a real one. Right now. Right now. A tip Maple button right now. A right now button. A tip Maple right now. A button to tip you right now. Make it right now. Yes, and close the tab. Oops, fuck you. Wait, I have a way around this. Hold on. Wait. I have a way around this. Hold on. I know what I must do. Hold on. Let me hit some buttons real quick. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. And then I click to there. Okay. And then, okay, where is it? I have to scroll through the horde. Okay. It's gotta be here. There we go. Wait, okay. Yeah, there we go. Ha. 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 I win. You thought you won. You thought you had something. You thought you won, but I won. You can't stop my powers. You much prefer sending stuff to space. What does that mean? What does that even mean? There are people who seem very interested in learning about you or you personally rather than being interested in things you put out. Okay, that stopped my brain for a second because this is literally like a problem I have. We just talked about this, where people only care about me and proxy through my art, not just me. I check my DMs. Okay, I don't. This one locked my brain up. This is like an issue I legitimately have, and we just talked about that. I I don't know how to answer this when my brain is hardwired a bad way. I don't know how to answer it when it's hardwired a bad way. Add that link as a browser source. Okay. Copied. Okay, Maple's helping me. I don't know how to answer this question. I'm doing it. Okay. Add browser. I'm assuming this is Maple tip. Okay. Okay, Maple, I added it. I don't know what it is, though. I don't know what I just added, but I did it. I don't know what you just had me add, but I just did it without thinking. I don't know what it is, though. Pray for me. I told you in DMs. You just told me to add it in DMs. It shows an alert when people tip you. Yeah! Yeah, okay, cool. It can be right where it is then. Alright, everyone tip Maple. It'll pop up on my stream if you do. We gotta tip the Maple who work us so hard for me. Okay, but also, how do I answer this question? This is an issue I've had for years. Yay! Tip Maple button! Tip Maple! Tip Maple! Tip Maple! Tip Maple! Tip Maple! Tip Maple! Yeah! 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 A year in and we finally got it. Yeah! 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 By the way, guys, Dedicate is an option. My memory is bad, but it's maybe inaccurate. But for 42 or 67 gifts and subs, Sunday can sketch not a real person or their avatar characters animate. It wasn't that amount. I think I had it like the same amount that it takes to get like me doing like another mode of FNAF. I think it was 50. I think I had it at a solid 50. Theoretically. But if I did it at 42, it would be funnier, wouldn't it? I should do it at 50. But that's only during the rest of... Yeah! Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. I love that. Oh, I love that. It made a sound, too. I didn't know you could... That means... Wait. Hold up. I just realized something. So, if that... Wait, because that's for Stream Elements. And that made a sound. Does that mean when I get the hype train, can it actually choo-choo? Can it actually choo-choo? Can it make a sound and go choo-choo? Can the hype train choo-choo? I want the hype train to choo-choo. Can it do that, Maple? Can I make it? If that was a Stream Elements with sound and I didn't know it could do that, I was just gonna have a silent train glide across the screen. Can it actually choo-choo? It doesn't affect hype trains. Hype trains are just for... No choo-choo. No choo-choo. Well, we can't test it out right now. I have nothing set up. But no choo-choo make me... Okay, I got excited for nothing. I got excited for nothing. Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah, you can have hype train alerts, but can the hype train alerts have sound? Because your tip alert had sound, and I didn't know it could do that. Wait, what do I mean? Like an individual sound. Like, can I make it choo-choo? Can I insert my own sound? And wait, no, I set that up. It's been so long. I did that like a year ago. I forgot how it Stream Elements work. Yeah, okay, I think we can make it choo-choo. Okay, I should answer this question. Are there people who seem very interested in learning about you, or you personally rather be interested in things you put out? Right, I can't answer this question because I don't know. think people are really just genuinely interested in my art. For the most part, the more I draw, the more people talk to me. Because I draw. I don't know, guys. What's the answer to this? No shorty jokes. I don't know. It sounds like candy, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. It just makes candy sounds. I don't know what to tell you. How do I answer this question? Maple, what's the answer to this question? I'm sorry, Maple. I'm sorry you're closing browser windows. I have the same issue. Maple, what is the answer to this question? What is the answer to this question? I don't know what the answer to this question is. This is an issue I legitimately have and I've had for a very long time. I don't know how to answer this because I don't know what's right because I know my brain's wired wrong. What is the answer? What is the answer? I mean, at least I've told you multiple times I love hearing about your OCs and about your stuff. No, but see, that's part of the problem. That's my stuff. This is about rather be interested in things you put out. This is about me personally. See, that's part of the issue. You just made it worse. There's a difference between me and the shit I make. If I didn't tell you about OCs and I didn't draw, if I didn't actively make stuff, would you care? That's the problem. And that's the issue I have where I'm like, if I never drew Ellie a whole bunch of times in Kobugs, would anyone in Kobugs even talk to me? Would anyone even give a shit? Am I interesting enough as a person, or do I draw art and constantly make stuff to compensate for my lack of an actually interesting personality? That's the problem. I genuinely like Sunny as she is. The art is amazing as a bonus. Sunny is very cute, funny. Aww. Maybe like 1 or 2 people. And because you're one person, we can include one more with you. With my this question is so mean because this is literally this is such a fucked up question because I have this issue. This is such a big problem with my whole existence. You know about you until I met you in VC and Koba. Really? Most everyone knows me from I drew Ellie like 100 times and no one's drawn her more than me. And before that, everyone knew me for doing Gravity Falls fan art. And like Steven Universe fan art and Undertale fan art. Undertale being the most prominent one people know me for. I think isn't it if Tato's still here? Haven't you said you've seen some of my my Gravity Falls fan art from way back in the day? Because I showed you some pictures and you're like, I recognize that. And I was like, yo, what? People know me through my stuff. But no one would ever, like, send me any messages on, like, Tumblr and try to talk to me. So I would see all these artists get messages and questions, and I'd always be so jealous and envious. Like, wow, you have people talking to you. No one wants to talk to me. That must be nice. I think the answer would be yes, because I've asked you about you and your life, and I think it's been a little by the letter about when you consider things you put out. I am by the letter, but when you're someone who puts out things to make friends, you realize you fuck yourself over immediately. You question the genuineness of people being interested in talking to you, but you're the one, like, in a way trying to manipulate to try to get people to be interested in talk to you through means other than just your existence, and that causes this sort of like feedback loop of negativity in your own head about everything, and it's just nonstop and it sucks balls. And most of the time I can shut it off, but when you put me in a question right like this, it turns it on really bad. Yes, it was saved in my old Pinterest account. That's hilarious. That's so wild. You knew me before you even knew me. I was saved on your computer, and you never even knew it was me. You know, this is probably more wild for you than it is for me, to be honest. But that's just so wild. I don't think my brain even really connected the dots between Ellie art and you and like Inoue until later. I'm thankful. I'm thankful. I'm so thankful. We can make short jokes again? Fuck you. Okay, there's a couple of you, so it's more than 2. So multiple people. Just accept it. Okay. I feel like the only other thing people really know me for is the fact that I put bread in my refrigerator. Because for some ungodly reason, you all have a problem with that. But it goes in the fridge. And if it's not in the fridge, it will mold. And by the way, I just want you to know you've all ruined me. Because I had a dream last week where I pulled bread out of the fridge and it was molding. And I'm like, damn, chat was right. Everyone was right. Bread molds in the fridge. Damn. And I woke up and I'm like, no, it doesn't. But you guys got to be in a dream. In my dream, it was molding in the fridge and I was upset. It was blue mold. It's literally never molded in the fridge once. Yeah, bread in the fridge is the best way to keep it safe. But everyone is like, no, it'll mold in the fridge. And I'm like, it's never molded in the fridge. Ever. And then I dreamed that it was, because it's like the joke has gone on for so long, it's like affecting me on a subconscious level. We still don't understand how life functions on quantum level. Neither do I. If life functions on a quantum level, does that mean I cease to exist when I'm not streaming because I'm not being perceived? It's getting, yeah, it just gets stale in the fridge, not mold. How popular are you generally? Online counts. Well, I've counted online this whole time. Should I not have? I'm well known somewhere, whether it is online or at school. I wouldn't call myself well known. I think that's a really aggressive answer. I wouldn't put myself as normal. At this point, if I think before streaming, I would have just been like normal or isolated. But now that I'm streaming, I think it's like a bit more like right here. I'm a bit more known than just normal, but a little bit. I haven't had a person that I don't know make a clip of me on YouTube yet. A little bit. It's a little bit. You're pretty normal on Kobugs at least. Yeah, but it's... Occasionally I'll type in there and someone goes, who is this? And why is everyone talking to her? And I'm like, oh, they don't know me. And people are like, oh, this is Sunny. She puts bread in her fridge. And I'm like, please don't introduce me like that. That's happened a few times. That's what people know me for, is putting bread in my... Unless... I guess I'm really not just for my art, am I, then, if everyone introduces me for putting bread in my fridge. That's good. That helps my brain a lot. I just realized that. I didn't realize that before. I didn't connect those dots. Okay, that's good. We get new bugs all the time. Yeah. Those are just new guys. They don't count. Do you go to school or work or somewhere you have to interact with people? Not right now! Unless the online counts. There are Kobugs now that don't know Lil Windmills. How do you not know? I imagine they're like, wow, you must be a big Kobug, like an Ellie fan. She's like, yeah, I am Ellie. Also known for being pint size. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Do you go to a school or work or somewhere? This implies I have to walk there. See, I don't leave my bedroom, but I am interacting with people. I'm currently unemployed unless Twitch counts as a job. Do we count Twitch for this? Does Twitch count for this? Do they mean like physically walking around people? Does talking to a chat interface of everyone chatting with me count for this? Does this count? Or I feel like they mean physically walking to a job and interacting with people, which was literally like my whole job until I became unemployed. Hikikimori Sunny. What does that mean? Hikikimori. There have been multiple people on that server. I've never seen any of her content. Wait, in Ellie's server? Who haven't seen Ellie content? Wait, what? What? Why? Why bother joining if you don't... Why? Why bother joining if you don't... That's a little strange. That's a little strange. I'm gonna be real, that's a little strange. That's really strange. What the hell? Anyways, the engineering talk and The autism is the vibe. Okay. Your is yeah. I am a shut-in. Absolutely, I am a shut-in. I am a shut-in. I'm unemployed technically. Twitch isn't like a job that I'm being hired in to do. It's like self-employment, but it's so low I don't know if I can count it. It's not like it's paying my car insurance. It pays my car insurance. I'm gonna put that. I'm pretty sure they mean like physically interacting, which no. How many followers do you have on social media with the most? Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, you guys are gonna learn something about me right now. Let me double check my Tumblr, which none of you have a way to get to yet because it's not cleaned out enough to be safe to share around. All right, on my Tumblr, I have 2,802 followers, so that puts me at least 1,000. It said with the most. It said with the most. And I'm nearly at 3K on that site. It said with the most. It's just not cleaned out. So I think that puts me at the highest amount over there. But that's where, again, I posted all my art that people reblogged back in the day. Or rebageled, as we call it now. At least one person has got to have a crush on you. No. I forgot what this quiz was about, actually. I took so long to do it, I forgot what it was about. I forgot what... It asked such personal questions that Theta had issues with that I forgot what I was taking a quiz for. There's no one who has a crush on me. Except maybe that one guy at work. But other than that, there's no one who has a crush on me. I mean, I guess that counts as at least one. I don't know what this means. DIH. Tato, are you here? What does this mean? Did my playlist stop? Oh no, it's still going. Tato, what does this mean? What's DIH mean? I'm too old for this. I don't know what these words mean. Guys, what's DIH? Ah, your ex was interesting. Dick? Oh, okay, now I'm good. Why does this show a picture of a baby? Guessing your sexuality based on only questions about your bagel order. What the fuck? Let's do it. Okay. From the creators of the Rice Race quiz. Again, please don't cancel us. What? What? Okay, what kind... Okay, what kind of bagel? What is your go-to type of bagel? Oh my god, that's a lot of options. French toast is not a bagel. Cinnamon Crunch is not a bagel. Honestly, I literally just buy plain bagels. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I buy plain bagels because I'm a plain basic bitch. I'm a basic bitch. Plain bagel. Do you toast your bagel? Yeah. They're nearly inedible otherwise. Perfectly golden brown. But actually, a little bit extra toasted, because if you get it too light, it's very hard to bite it. That in-between toast and non-toast is very difficult, so they tend to be pretty toasted when I toast them. They're French toast bagels. I don't know what that is. How do you order A? Haley Beast. We're plain bagels to see this to me because of the tech. Yeah, we don't need that shit. Yeah, you're supposed to toast a bagel so that it's actually edible. Not burnt to a crisp, but pretty toasted. Do you scoop your bagel out? What? No. Are you insane? You're like ruining the whole point of the bagel. What do you smear on your bagel? Cream cheese. Oh my god, I have options? Oh no, if I could have chives cream cheese, we're going with that. 100%. What is a bagel? It's supposed to be like a savory donut? It's just, you have to eat one. You'll have to eat one. Yeah, hold more fillings. What's the point? Just take a mouthful of cream cheese and take a spoonful of cream cheese and shove it in your mouth if you're gonna behave like that. Take a spoonful of cream cheese and just eat it and you're done. Congrats, you've had your bagel. I mean, what's the point if you're scooping it? Wait, there's smoked salmon cream cheese. That sounds pretty good, but I'm gonna go with chives. It's a good morning way. If normally I just have cream cheese because that's what there is. But wait, I can hit more than one. But if chives is there, then I'm taking that too. So just plain cream cheese and chives. I would take chives if I had the options of picking. Got it. No bread, just cream cheese. Yeah, that's it. That's when you scooped it out. It's donut shaped bread, pretty much. What else would I put on it? I would put ham and honey, and I would put butter. This is what I would put on it. Other bagel toppings. Oh man, honey and the chive cream cheese on a bagel. That'd be so good. Are we talking like a bagel sandwich? Because if it's a bagel sandwich, I would put egg, cheese, and ham, which is not an option available on this list. I don't really like bacon in a sandwich because the texture of the bacon gets ruined because I like it crispy and it smooths it out. I don't know what the fuck lox is. That's not a real food. But no, if I'm just topping a bagel, I'm putting toppings on it, it's just cream cheese. If I'm making a bagel sandwich, that's a different thing. Do you ever use your bagels as sandwich bread? Yes. Only for breakfast sandwiches. Actually, that's the correct answer. How do you eat your bagel? Lobster, brine, salmon. Oh, that sounds good. I eat it in halves, if I can. How often do you eat your bagels? Almost never. Almost never, actually. Almost never, unless I'm working and that's what's there. What is your actual sexuality, and do you think we'll guess it right? Also, if you have anything else to add, say here. Why didn't you have a question about what people put in their bagel sandwich if you brought it up yourself in the first place? Straight ally. Okay, whatever you want to think. Okay, next one. It's basically saying I'm a basic bitch, which I am. God, that keyboard is low. Yeah, but at least it works. Shut up. Purple onion, cream cheese, smoked salmon, tomato, pepper, and bacon. Damn, you must love bagels a lot. Damn, you must love bagels a lot. That keyboard sounds so nice. Yeah, it do. Yeah, it do. Let's see what we got. What else we got? What else we got? I'm not taking that freaky one. Absolutely not. Are you actually conventionally attractive? No. I know factually I do not meet the beauty standards. Although someone at the store complimented me on my eyes the other day. That's like the only thing I get complimented on. I literally just get complimented on my eyes. It's just nice, I guess. I mean, yeah. I guess I have nice eyes. I'm not gonna lie. I do have nice eyes. That's about it. What lives in your soil? I hope a lunch of earthworms and maybe red wigglers, but that they don't go over to my root plants and eat those. I'm interested. They're talking about dirt. I love dirt. No, I'm really not. I'm on trending. Thank you. This person's sporting. How does love feel? What? Oh god. That magenta in your hair looks suits you. Do it though. Thank you. Something delicate to be held. No, it needs to be strong. Something imaginary, something desperate. When you realize you could feel this way for another soul, another being on this earth, it had to be love. It had to have That's a weird way to put it. An oxymoron, both being limitless and restricting. That's a weird way to put it. Love is never clean cut. It's high voltage, explosive. I think all of these are wrong, actually. I think it's stability. And there's stableness in love. I think if your love isn't stable, I think that's toxicity. Um, I don't agree with any of these answers. I don't agree with any of these answers. This feels more like they're trying to describe a crush than actual love, which makes me think they're 14. I'm right about the age they're describing a crush, not real actual love. It's a thing that overwhelms you and takes you over. This is called a crush. This is called you saw a pretty boy and you were overwhelmed and got sparkly eyed. That is not love. That is a crush. That is distinctively different. That is not love. Love is a very different thing. None of these answers are right. So, how does a crush feel? Would be how I should be looking at this, because this is made by a child who doesn't know what it is yet, and that's fine. It's something you learn about later in life. I'm not going to be like, this poor child doesn't know what love yet. They're not old enough to. So how does a crush feel? Let's see what I think a crush feels like. Something delicate to behold. No. Something imaginary. Something desperate when you realize you could feel this way for another soul. Another meaning that could be hard to love. It has hard to crush. It has to be okay. An oxymoron. I guess I could see an oxymoron for a crush. Love is never clean cut. It's high voltage, explosive, it charges and surges. It kills in weekends. Yeah, for a crush, I think that's accurate. It's just boom, and it's just kind of unexpected, and will take you over, and then kind of fizzle out. It's high voltage and explosive. I think for a crush, this is accurate. Choose your temperament. I almost misread that as temperature. What does this mean? They learned a word and they're learning words. What? Optimistic or positive, especially in an apparently bad or difficult situation. Bad-tempered or irritable. Secretly, I am actually quite bad and irritable, and I just never tell anyone. Feeling or expressing pensive sadness. Having an emotionless, literally calm disposition. What is my temperament? All of these, everyone is everything. This person's 14. How are you? Are you constantly positive? No, I'm not ragged. I'm a little bit ragged, actually. But, around other people, I guess. I haven't been able to pull that off lately at all. No, everyone can be positive in a bad situation. Everyone can be ill-tempered for things. Everyone can be pretty sad or depressed when sad and depressing things are going on. And everyone can have a more calm disposition when things are chill. Like, this is just explaining the human condition in 4 parts. My temperament is all 4 of these. I'm a whole person. I guess recently I have been not having the best time, so I guess the 3rd one. Pick something from my room. This is written by a child. Paintings on the walls where I ran out of canvases. Oh shit. Okay, this kid has the sickest room in the world. Hundreds of books. Wait, this kid is the sickest. A pile of textbooks and prep books. Yeah, this is a child. That's all I needed to hear. Half finished painting sideways on its easels. Squishmallow. Squishmallow. Anyway. Book titles. If it doesn't matter if you read them. Okay. Hustling the idiot. Normal people. Villains. The perks of being a wallflower. You get stomped on your whole life. The Tempest. I fell in love with Hope Speaks to Me. Color. Cyan. Oh my god, what's happening? Alright, just pick a sentence I like. Solace like beneath the waves or past the stars when the sun rises behind you. What kind of answer is this? A warm hearth and a kind heart. Color. What is this? I'm sorry. A ribbon of flowers or leaves that show true in autumn. color? I'm just answering a you quiz, okay? I don't know. I'll just pick up one that looks good. Raw gutted roses? Ew. Why would you use the word gutted with roses? I don't want to think of guts. Sun shining through faraway trees, falling against the water and taking the west. I don't understand what I'm answering. What has the most amount of... I do like the sunrise. It look nice. Choose some words. That's what I just did. Elegance, beguiling, bittersweet, whiskey neat, ink candid, paint, sweaters, promise, smoke, spring, copper. What an interesting set of words. I wouldn't associate spring with smoke and copper. What kind of spring are you having? Paint. Pick an art form. What kind of spring has smoke and copper? It's the new, it's like the rebirth season. What is this? Writing for the lonely. Painting. What do you... This person's taking poetry classes. Charcoal for the hurt. Excuse you! Charcoal is a great medium, and I disapprove of them saying it's for the hurt. Charcoal is a fantastic medium to draw in. Fuck them for that. Drawing, never satisfied. Very true. Sculpting, did you forget realities? Music for the soul. Dancing, you have a bleeding heart. Acting, why do you pretend? What kind of Drawing, never satisfied. Yeah, they picked up with the source for the first time without making some quiz. This way it's written is so weird. Shut up, Tato. Charcoal is a great medium. Pick a keychain. Something picked up from another place, another life. What kind of answer is that? A gift from a friend. A token you'll always hold close. I don't think I've ever gotten a keychain as a gift. Something I bought myself because who knows me better than... Yeah. Pick a movie. The Hooters, Fight Club, Dead Poets Society, Good Will Hunting, Jumanji, 10 Things I Hate About You, She's the Man. I like Good Will Hunting. I picked that one. Say something or nothing at all. Did you just learn what words are and you decided to use as many as possible, even if it's really confusing how you did it? I'm so proud of you. I hope you have a great graduation. I'm going to hurt this person with this message so much. I'm Daisy's. What was this quiz for again? I don't remember what this quiz was for. Oh, right. What's in my dirt? That's it. New beginnings and romance. People forget how strong and resilient you are. Except I'm not. You give the best advice. Except I don't think I actually do, but people keep asking me it for some reason. You're a dreamer and an optimist with limitless imagination. True, I do have a limitless imagination. The type to get lost in a daydream. This happens so much that it'll happen when I'm driving, and that's scary. You have an angelic disposition. I really don't. I take that one back. Take that one back. You make the best jokes. I really don't. And you have the best laugh. I really don't. You're delicate, sweet, and healing. I'm really not. All of these things are very wrong. What's in my dirt? Tomatoes. Well, right now in my dirt, I have like a big giant bushel of sage growing. I have a lot of sage in my dirt right now. We're trying to get some lettuce going. I think this entire thing is kind of wrong, and I think you're all going to argue with me about that because I'm learning about how people think of me, but I think it's all wrong. I think everything about this is wrong, and I know everyone's going to argue it. I know everyone's going to argue, but I think that is extremely wrong. Let's see what we got. 42 options. Oh shit, we gotta take that. 42 options. I'm tired of making quizzes that only have 6 options. Your fave is a possible result. Really? You mean Chrysalis? Does Chrysalis count as a pony? The current playlist has a bunch of songs I... Am I still listening to Miku? Am I still listening to Miku? We're still listening to Miku. Okay. I don't know why I opened Firefox for that. A Sabbath playlist that currently has a bunch of songs I recognize purely because I play Project Sakai, and it's making me remember how obsessed I was and how I rant about the characters every moment of every day. See, if you mean Project Sakai Miku, I'd skip all of the dialogue and go straight to the songs. I'm so bad. I don't give a shit about what's going on in there. I just want to play the game, damn it. They're like, oh, you want to play this game? Don't you want to learn all about this character? And I'm like, nah. Give me the damn song. I don't care. I'm so bad. I don't know what's going on in there. Mako appears and sends them to a fantasy world to fix all their problems, but I really just want to play the song now. There's like all these like conversations things you can do, and I don't even do them unless I need points to unlock a song, in which case I will hit that continue button as fast and rapid fire as I possibly can so I can get enough points to unlock to play another song, because that's literally all I care about. I don't give a shit about whoever's in there, really. I don't give a shit. I got some yogurt. I don't care what's going on in my Miku game. Let me play songs. Okay, let's start it off simple. Which of these do you identify with? Introvert. On a good day, what are you having for breakfast? A lot of fruit. Healthy spread of eggs, toast, and potatoes. That's not fucking healthy. Dry cereal. Pancakes with all the fillings. You can't... Oh, fixings. I was gonna say you can't fill a pancake. Either a delicious home-cooked meal or absolutely nothing at all. Nothing. Sometimes fancy and healthy, like avocado toast. That's... Do these people not know what healthy is? Something light and easy like a granola bar. That's not light or easy. A Monster Energy... Oh my god. This person doesn't know how to eat healthy at all. Oh my god. This is not healthy at all. Oh my god. I just eat fruit. What the fuck? This is not... None of this is healthy. Avocado toast is not healthy. Home cooked, I guess. None of these if I can help it. How do you feel about work? Currently I love it. My previous job, I fucking hate it. It's not. I love being a Twitch streamer. That's my job right now. It does not pay the bills. It pays the car insurance. What's your sibling status? What the... Oh, okay. Hold on just a moment. Okay. I'm not that stupid. At a party. Where are you most likely to be found? Not at the party at all, actually. I'm not there. I'm not there. I'm not at the party at all. That's the problem. I'm not there. No one invites me. I got invited to a party once in high school that wasn't a birthday party, and it was the most exciting day of my life because it's never happened before. No one invites me anywhere. I was so stoked. Someone invited me for like a Halloween costume party to just hang out, and I was like, oh, I get to go to a party? I was so stoked. The Thai restaurant like is canceling my order, and it's now. I can't order from them anymore. What the fuck? You're gonna go fight the manager. I'm gonna fly over there and fight your manager. Your Thai restaurant's manager. I want to go home. I'm not talking to anyone. I want to go home. I just want to go home. I'm at a party. I want to leave. Except for that one Halloween party, because I actually knew everyone there. That was exciting and thrilling. I could talk to people. I'm like, I know all these people. It was so great. It was that's like one of my best memories of school. I got invited to a Halloween party. It was thrilling. I actually appreciate that more than I should. Thank you. I appreciate that more than I really should. Thank you, Tato. Okay, no explanation, just canceled order. They've explained like last 5 orders I've tried placing. Canceled last 5. That fuck. Fuck. You somehow find your past self standing in front of you. What do? Give them as many words of wisdom as I can. Warn them. Punch the whore in the throat. Why does this feel like a Tato answer? Punch the whore in the throat. Lecture them on everything they're doing wrong. Run away. Question how they got here. Challenge them to fight. Give them a hug. They need. Pretend I don't see them. That's how you stop the time space to continuing from breaking down. I don't want to lecture them because I would get I got lectured. No, that's not what we do. No, that's not what I needed. Yeah, I knew it! I knew it! Punch the whore in the throat! I was so right! I would do that because I want them to look something forward to, and I want them to feel like that they'll get there and and achieve their dreams, and yeah. Which soul from Undertale represents you the most? At least I think this person's past high school to ask that. Okay, patience, perseverance, integrity, bravery, kindness, justice, determination. Probably determination. My life keeps falling apart, but I see it through. We keep going. We keep going even if we really don't want to. We keep fucking going. We keep going. Everything's falling apart. We keep going. Everything is awful. We keep going. How do you act when you're sick? Pretty bad, actually. I take the day off from work and rest. It's a lot of days off work, actually. I still get things done. No. When I get sick, sometimes I get sick to the point like it's like a flu and I can't read. I literally sometimes it's so bad and my head is so fogged up I can't read. And I just have to lay there because I can't read because I'm just so bad. It's so bad. Cogs, can we switch? I would like to not get sick. You go to the doctor. I wish I had the money to do that. I lay around the house groaning, moaning, and complaining so people will take care of me. I take the day off and indulge in some fun while the man isn't. What does this mean? I take the day off and indulge in some fun while the man isn't around. What the hell does that mean? While the man isn't around. What does that mean? I sleep. That's actually what I do. I just fucking sleep all day. Who is the man? Who is this? Who is the man? Who is the man? What kind of hobbies are you into? Drawing. I promise I have a lot of hobbies. Drawing, gardening. Also, I do cosplay. Also, I do like D&D. Also, I do like baking. Also, I do like cooking. Also, I like listening to music. Not making I would like to. Also, I like gaming. Also, I am learning crocheting. There's too many hobbies. There's too many hobbies to list. There's too many hobbies to list. So we'll stick with gardening and drawing because those are the main ones. But no, I have many hobbies. So many hobbies. I want to enjoy being alive. What's your favorite holiday? It's toss it between Halloween and Christmas. Giving holidays like Christmas or Hanukkah. Eating holidays like Thanksgiving or I don't want to say that wrong. Valentine's Day, Halloween, New Year's. I don't really I mean, on Halloween I get candy, so on Christmas I get candy too. But on Halloween I get to dress up though. That's pretty sick. I do like dress up. I do like dress up and cosplay. It's cosplay day, but it's not like I get to dress up wherever I want to now. It's not like I get to dress up wherever I want to now, but my odds of being sick on Halloween are a bit lower than Christmas, where it's cold as fuck and I probably have a 30% shot to be sick. No, it's probably Halloween. How would you describe you? How would your friends describe you? I can read all of the words. I don't know, guys. How would you describe me? You know, the worst part is I actually am. If I just was shy and quiet, and I kind of like bundle my posture in, I probably could trick or treat, and without getting funny looks, I could probably pull it off. I mean, when I went on my 30th birthday to a restaurant, I went to a restaurant with my family for my 30th birthday, and they offered me the kids' menu, so I probably could pull it off. I probably could pull it off. Isn't that awful? I could probably pull it off. I probably really could. Alright, how would you describe me? No short jokes. Oh, there's no short answer. Good. There's no short jokes you can make. I choose two. You guys get two options. I don't know. It's always weird when quizzes ask questions like this. Don't you think? Like, what do your friends think of you? I don't know. I'm not my friends. I don't know what they think of me. I don't live in their brain. That's a weird thing to ask. Short putter of bread in a fridge. Shut the fuck up. I don't know how my friends would describe me. Maple, are you there? How would you describe me, Maple? How would you describe me? Chat's trying to make short jokes. Are you there, Maple? How would you describe me? 1, 2, 9, 10, 11. Intelligent, hilarious. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Empathetic. Really? 10, chaotic. 11, passionate. That's an interesting selection. I would not have picked any of those. Especially the intelligent one. I already started this off with how would your describe you? Oh, how would your friends describe you? I already misread this and you're slapped intelligent. I would not select that. Only two, by the way. Neither of us get number one. Neither of us. Responsible and passionate. I don't know about that, but I'll click them because you said so. I'll click them because you said so. I wouldn't describe me as that. I would just, if I would just, why is everyone so solid on that passionate one? If I described me, I would describe myself as shy and clumsy. I'm shy and clumsy. Maybe elusive. Responsible and passionate are not words that I would use, but because you said them, I will click them because I can't answer this because I'm not my friends. Everyone's agreeing on number 11. That's 3 for 11. That's pretty interesting, actually. Passionate. Actually very interesting. Good to know. Good to know. Hilarious. I wish. I think that title belongs to Mouse. When I forgot this was a My Little Pony quiz. When you were a kid, where would you most likely be found? In my room, drawing on my furniture. When we ran out of paper, I pissed my mom off a lot with this, and this would piss off any mother. This is just normal to piss off any parent, no matter how nice or patient they are. Which is that when I ran out of paper to draw on, I would simply start drawing on the furniture and the walls. Just like, stop! You'll clean that yourself! I had to clean my furniture and my walls. And then I got a hold of a whiteboard marker and realized it worked on the bathroom mirror and I could wipe it off and it did not damage it. So I would start drawing with a little whiteboard marker on the bathroom mirror and be like, look at my big portrait I made on the bathroom mirror. And I would do this. It was my biggest canvas, the bathroom mirror, with a whiteboard marker. You can do that, by the way. It won't damage it at all. I don't know if I call any VTubers shy. I'm quite shy in real life. I literally won't talk to you in real life unless you come and talk to me first. I'll just stare at you in silence, and I'm like, and internally like, please say something, please say something, please say anything, please say anything. I be found eating, I don't know what that is, with my dog. I don't know what that is. You're eating the food. Curl up somewhere in the book, digging in the mud. Well, there's that too. Laying in the grass, watching bugs. No. I don't want bugs on me. I appreciate a bug. I do not want the bug on me. Making up dances. And laying on grass means the bug can be on you, by the way. Making up dances to force everyone to watch me perform them. I did do this as a teenager. I did do this as a teenager. Somewhere in the world, on his video camera, there's a friend I had that had recorded me. He recorded me doing the Love and Joy dance, and he was so into recording it that he would like spin around me as I was doing it to get like a full view of me doing the anime dance. Somewhere in the world, this recording exists. We were gonna upload it to YouTube, but then I think it didn't come out quite right, so we didn't. Somewhere in the world, this exists. That was an embarrassing thing to admit too. Playing out elaborate storylines with my toys. My toys, they're my OCs. Bouncing off. Is this written by a child? Bouncing off the walls in every which direction. This is written by a child. With my nose in a video game. Probably. Making friends everywhere I went. God, I wish that were me. Bossing the other kids around on the playground. No, that's just what happened to me. Which animal would you be? A puppy or a bunny? This is the maple answer. Something quaint like a butterfly or snail. I wouldn't think I wouldn't mind being a snail. I would have safety as a snail. I think I wouldn't mind being a snail at all. Something misunderstood like an alligator or a shark. Excuse you, sharks are cool. Something powerful like a lion or bear. Something pretty like a swan or a peacock. Hello! Something intelligent like, no, an octopus. Nope, I'm good. Hello. Something mythical like a unicorn or a phoenix. I'm a VTuber. Does that count? Hello. Something chill like a frog or a chill like a frog? It's not really how I would describe them. Something cool like a lizard or snake. Something rodent like a raccoon or a rat. Something rodent like a rodent. Aren't bunnies also technically a type of a rodent? They have the same teeth issue as rodents, which is gross and they have to file them. I think bunnies are technically a type of rodent. Technically. I think they're a type of like rodent or related to the rodent family in some way. Don't ask what I just dropped. You didn't need to know. Now, mice are cute, Maple. Mice are cute. As cleaning as a golden retriever or a horse. No, this is me, not you guys. It is me. This is a quiz made for me. And me alone. Okay, actually, I want to be a snail. If I had a... I would want to be a snail. Why is there no cat option, actually? Why can't I be a cat? That's just so weird. That's so weird to have an animal question and not have a cat be an option. If I was a snail, I'd have security in my little snail shell. I like that. I'd be my own home. I'd always be at home. How many true friends would you say you have? That's a mean question. Because I don't really know how to answer that. What is a true friend? Oh, that's a really fucked up question, actually. Especially since I keep learning that I'm wrong half the time. So, I have this history where I will befriend the wrong kinds of people. And I don't know it initially because I didn't have friends growing up as a kid. And so I didn't know if friendship looked like. I literally got pulled out of school in 6th grade because I was bullied so badly that I wanted to actually dissolve in water and I had no friends. Um, and it was just getting really bad, and that's why I became homeschooled. I got pulled out of school because it was hitting a point of no return. Um, so I would friend anyone who would talk to me, even if it was bad, because I had gotten some kind of attention that wasn't bullying. And that's what friendship looked like to me, not being bullied inherently. Like, obviously. Even if some of those friends were bullying me, I didn't know how to recognize that that's what they were doing. How do I answer this? Because I even now I still make mistakes and misjudge people pretty badly, and I keep learning that over and over and over and over and over and over. Um, I'm really bad at this because I didn't get to grow up learning this. It's I think being able to tell whether someone is genuine or not, or when something is off, is a skill that you develop over time from when you're a kid to an adult. And it's a skill that I didn't really get a chance to develop. So I keep getting done, had, and fooled by people who are just not genuine. And it makes me question things constantly about people. Like, again, it's another thing of people just like the idea that people want to be friends with me because I draw. Because what other reason could there be? Because I've been betrayed so many times. Um, that it makes me hard to tell when this is actually applying or not. I know Card's a true friend, and I mean, I visit her every year. I'm pretty sure we'll be friends until we're 80. And the idea of us not being that would make me cry. Um, Sorry, this is probably the hardest question I have. I did not think this would be a hard stream of answering questions like this. That would make me break down. Okay, I need to think for a moment. How I'm going to answer this. I wish there was an I don't know option. That would be what I would hit. I don't know. I'm kind of fucked up in the head. I know I try to be really happy and joyous and full of whimsy for you guys, and everything's great, and I believe in the world, and I believe in everyone, but I am really fucked up in the head. Did you know that? I really fucked up in the head, and I just never know. I've been betrayed by too many people, and I just don't know anymore. It makes it hard when you have that lingering feeling in the back of your head constantly, like they could snap at any moment. You don't know. You just don't know. You have no idea when they're going to flip switch. Are we going to go to part 3? Yeah, I'm going to continue watching the video I'm watching, goddammit. Ugh. I need a towel. Hold on. There, I just keep remembering things I don't want to remember right now. Okay, I have a towel. Alright, this question just makes me... Yeah. Okay. God, I didn't think a U quiz question would get to me like this. Ugh. Okay. Okay. I guess I'll answer this question as the person that I know for a fact where I've never had a thought in my head once that they would flip switch at any point. I've never had a question in, I've never had it as a lingering thought, and that would be 2 people. And that's an answer I don't want to have to put, but that's the actual answer. I'm sorry. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Sorry, I'm kind of fucked up in the head. Let's continue. I don't want to hurt anyone with that answer, but things happen in your life that screw you up, you know? Things just happen in your life that screw you up. And you can't be the person you want to be. That's just life. Okay, let's keep going. Which of these beds would you like to spend the night in? All of them, actually. All of them. Some people are slower to trust, and that's okay. You have no idea how long it is for me. Trust to the level to where I don't have that as a thought in my head is at least you have to hit a 5-year minimum. You've got to hit at least that 5-year mark. That's the bare minimum to start. God damn it. Sometimes you don't realize you have a trauma until a UQuiz question pops up and makes you break down in the middle of your fucking stream. I still need this fucking towel. Thank God I have a towel in my room at all times for my wet hair when I'm sleeping. I mean, it would probably be second from the top right or third from top right. Wait, second from the top right? So, oh, the Force one. That one's pretty sick. I don't think a break is gonna help. Yeah, stretch though. That might help. Muscle activation helps with your mood. That's actually probably a really good idea. Everyone stretch with me. I know muscles and mood are very interrelated. All right, take your right arm up and over your head. And your left arm up and over and go. And then take your fingers and walk them together and go straight above your head and stretch your toes and go straight up and go. Oh. Yeah, that helped. I know muscle activation and mood are inherently linked together, and that's sometimes when I am in a mood that's uncontrollable, I will do things that use my hands and use my muscles in order to have emotional regulation. Those things are interrelated, and you can hack your emotions by doing that, by the way. If you're having uncontrollable emotions, doing some kind of exercise, something that makes you physically do stuff, stretching will help. There is science behind that. That did help, thank you. Oh, I just did my legs this time because I wanted everything stretched. Everything go upwards. Yeah, the running the ad's not going to help. Which of these beds would you like to spend the night in? All of them. I stand by that answer. That's a hard pick. I would like to spend one night each in every one. Every single one of these looks pretty great, actually. This UQuiz person has really good taste. Oh, they all look good. They all look really good. Oh, I really like ones that are in close and kind of nooky. And my homeroom isn't close, so I don't even have to do it. My homeroom's closing in on me, actually, for the most part. But, oh, shit, all of these look really great. I want all of them. I want all of them really bad. They all look really great. I would say the one I want the least might be the bottom left, but that's like tranquility. That's like sitting at peace and you have nothing to do and you don't want to do anything. You just want to feel at peace. Chaos just wants to feel at peace. I see. I described it and you claimed it. You want tranquility and peace. You just sit there and you don't have to do anything. You just sit peacefully. That's what it strikes me as. This isn't like a room where you're like, I can't wait to do all these things. You just want to sit peacefully and do nothing. It just gives that vibe of this air of just calm. Complete calm. And I do want, it would be my one I would pick the least because I like doing things and using my hands. But if there's days where I don't want that, that is the one I would want to climb into, actually. With days where I don't really care to be calm, I would climb into that one very quickly. Your spine just cracked. Maybe it needed it. My legs grow from my shoulders. It's just bottom left feels... It does feel rich, but I think it's the fact that, one, the space is wide, and you have this arc of windows that kind of lead out to nothingness and the colors being more muted gives you this kind of calm vibe with it. You know, your eyes aren't like being pinpointed to anything in specific. The shapes are very simplistic. It's got a very calm, tranquil vibe to it. It kind of puts you at ease. You don't feel like you need to do anything. You don't feel like you want to do anything. You could just sit and think. You just sit and think. And it probably feels rich because it's very wide, very big. That's probably where the idea of the wealth comes from. If you took all this furniture and put it into like a 10 by 10, you would not feel rich at all. It's the wideness of it. I would want to be in all of these. This is hard. I want all of them. Can I choose all of them? Choose one. God damn it. I would like all of them. Every single answer. I would choose that mainly to have the money needed to have it. I'm so glad you're just so honest about that. That's such a great answer. I didn't even think of that. You could choose one. You choose the money that comes with it. No, it's not that it's too big to be comfortable. What you do is you have a little work office right here. In this other area, you make yourself a little breakfast nook kitchenette. You put a little canopy there. You put over your bed. You break your room into portions to where it's a mini apartment, and suddenly it's very cozy and doesn't feel overwhelming. High ceilings, loft type of style apartments are for very rich people. The opening of space screams wealth. Yeah, because you're not utilizing every square inch. You have this room you can waste. It's like having a lawn. Lawn was a sign of wealth, right? I have all this yard and I don't even need to use it. You can simply sit on the grass. It's a sign of wealth. You're not trying to use every square inch you can. So you're wealthy. By the way, stop growing lawns and grow tomatoes. We're not wealthy. Grow tomatoes. Damn. Just look at all this floor space, how much space to lay down. Imagine rolling around in this. I would roll so hard. It would hurt me a lot, but I would do it. How about, I want all of them, legitimately. This is a hard pick. I think they're all really fantastic. I think whoever made this quiz has phenomenal taste, because most of the time when I take these quizzes and they're like, pick a bedroom, I think they're genuinely usually awful, but I like every single one for kind of a different reason. So how about whatever I would spend my first night in? My first night is the one we'll go for, not which one is the best, because they're all the best at the way they have done it. My first night. If I could pick a first night, what would I pick? If I could pick a first night. If I wouldn't have I would just play Caterpillar. What does that mean? My first night. My first night would probably, I would want to be here for the patio. I think the idea of sunlight coming in your room and you can just walk outside from your bedroom, it's pretty sick. The patio is what's selling me on this. It could be in any of these styles, and that's fine, but it has the patio, and I can go outside in my room and smell that fresh air and touch the tree. The patio sells it for me. That'd be my first night. Then I would go with probably this one on my second night, but we're starting with that one for my first night. The forest one would be my second pick because you can't go outside. You just look at it. It's kind of, I want to go out there. This one actually lets me go out there and see there's literally trees right off on that upper balcony. I can run my hand through them. That's what I want. Who is your favorite and who do you hope to get? Chrysalis. I hope I don't get Chrysalis. She's my favorite because it's which one am I? I hope I get like Fluttershy. Don't ask why I know these pony names. Princess Luna! I got the most common answer. I'm basic. Got it. Discord's an answer. That's interesting. I'm Princess Luna. I know that makes me, I guess, a basic bitch, but I'm Princess Luna. I'm happy about this. Okay, let's see. Oh, well, my eyes hurt. Could it have been from me crying? Perhaps. It was about ponies. We went through an emotional turmoil in that quiz. It was about ponies. Let's see. What's a good one? This is how I doxed myself. With genre music like based off your appearance. How I doxed myself. I take the whole quiz and I am dead quiet through it, and you guys just get an answer. And you have to live with it. Based on your YN type, what the hell is that? What the hell is yin type? Yin type. What is that? What's your yin? What is that? What's your? I'll do one more here, and then I'll take the Discord ones. One more here. I pick one more. Then you guys pick for me. You pick my future. You pick my future after one more. One more. I'll pick one more for me. You guys can keep sending. I'll do it after I do one more. Smash or pass me based off my kinks? What? It's gonna be passed 99% of the time in general for anyone. Why are there so much not safe for wit quizzes? Why is there so many not safe for wit quizzes? What the fuck is happening on the site? Would I consider you a weird kid? Yes. Let's see. Oh my god, it's almost unreadable. Hi, thanks for taking this quiz. Make sure to check out my other quizzes. By the way, this may or may not be accurate, but yeah, have fun. I have a weird way to write a heart. Edit, y'all are so nice. Thank you so much. A heart. By the way, if there's something missing, tell me at the end of the quiz. This is written by a 14-year-old. Would you consider yourself weird? Yeah. Oh, this is written by a 12-year-old. How many fandoms are you in? I would say 0 because I never really fully interact with fandomness. I just make stuff and then ignore everybody around me unless it's like VTubing. That's the only time I really interact with people. But when it comes to other stuff, I ignore everybody unless they're, you know, I don't interact with anyone. I just make shit and people like it and then I fuck off. And no one interacts with me either. No one even asks me a question, so it's whatever. I can't interact with people. No one wants to. So, fandom to me is like when you're actually so into thing that you start talking to everyone else about that thing and interacting with a community as a whole. Which I don't do. Straight up. I just don't do that. Because people are fucking crazy. I find if people want to interact with my stuff and ask me about my work and want to talk to me, I just don't like actively go into a fandom and go, I want to be active in this fandom and make AUs and you know, like go all in community projects. I don't go participate in community projects. Codebugs is the only thing I actually like interact with, actually, yeah. Like VTubing, but it's pretty much just the Codebugs and I guess my own channel. I mean, but that's mine. Oh my god, I could be a fandom. Do Codebugs count? I don't know. It feels weird to say that people who watch a person's stream is a fandom. That strikes me as a weird level of parasocialism. I don't think I would count that. I don't really think I would count that as a level of fandom per se, because the fandoms kind of evolve on your own, but when you stream you kind of have control over the fandom to some degree. So I don't even think it really counts as a fandom, so I would actually just straight up put 0. Yeah, I'm special. What types of fandoms are you in? None! I just wrote no! Oh, there it is. There's the non answer. I couldn't really read it. Can you make your font a little darker, please, for that's blind people in the back? Where are your gotcha kid? What? I don't really do gotcha. No? Oh, are you a gotcha kid? Man, I can't fucking read. No. Do you have an alternative whimsical style? What the fuck does that mean? But they are written by 12-year-olds and only they know what they're talking about. No. What hobbies are you into? Beating but preppy. Like, so yesterday I made this this glitter beaded bracelet. Sarah, what do you think? Like, girl, that's totally rad. What is this beating but preppy? What are these fucking answers? Art? Making lore? Technically, that's not wrong. Video games. How would you describe yourself with one word? Silly, funny, pretty, basic. Choose a season that represents your personality the most, not your favorite season. What does that mean? I feel like stunlocked by this question. What the hell does that mean? What the fuck does this mean? Choose the season that represents your personality the most. It can't be your favorite season, and it like gives no way to describe the seasons that in a way that would make this question make sense. What the fuck does that mean? Do I have the personality of growing tomatoes, of pollen allergies, of everything dying, or of it being fucking cold? I'm gonna make a poll for this one. What the absolute fuck? You know what? You guys can pick. I don't think I can actually answer this with like any sense of keeping my mental state. What season am I? Okay. Also, why is it out of order? That's weird. Fall. Winter. I don't understand this question. No additional votes. I don't understand this question. Sunny summer because it's sunny in summer and it's your name. I don't... Does that represent me, though? Everyone's saying summer? Everyone... Summer? Because of my name? We have one vote on summer. That's just a weird fucking question. Because you're bright and cheerful. See, but now it's not about the season. It's about what you think that season represents, which is going to be different for everyone, which is why this doesn't make sense, because it doesn't tell me what they think it represents for me to answer it accurately. And that's kind of a problem. It's a hard question because it's a stupid question. It's a stupid fucking question. I love you quizzes. They're so dumb. They make me happy and they fill me with joy. This is a stupid ass question. You're putting too much thought behind this. I put too much thought behind every single thing that I do. You guys know what my work schedule is like when I hit affiliate and what I would do? I literally didn't have literally a nanosecond of time to myself to make sure I had everything set up because I wanted it to be perfect because I thought that my stream wouldn't actually run well as affiliate if it wasn't perfect. So I had to make sure that it was perfect. I overthink everything. That's my whole job of life. Overthink to hell and back. Until you get too stunlocked to do anything. Alright, we got 2 votes summer, 1 vote fall. That's interesting. What about what makes you what makes whoever voted that think fall? Why fall? I want to know your reasoning behind fall. Are you saying I'm clumsy? I really did. I didn't think I would get it that early. I thought I would have to work my way up to that for a while. And then I just kind of like snap at it immediately. And I was like, oh. Literally, my affiliate anniversary is going to be like right after my anniversary. They're going to be so neck to neck that if I get more popular and I have to like have actual events for that, I have to plan them both like at the same fucking time. Because you make us fall. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to push you down the stairs. I didn't mean for you to have to get a cast on your leg, and neck, and arm, and shoulder, and head. It was my fault. Those stairs just looked real nice, and I thought you should see them. I think summer's the winner, and I think it's just because my name is Sunny. You know what? They didn't give me a reason. That's a reason as any, I guess. Summer, let's go. What kind of music do you listen to? Please have electro swing. They've never have my favorite genre. Please have electro swing. Please have electro swing. I want a list that has electro swing. Vocaloid! Okay, please have electro swing. Please have, I don't see electro swing. I don't, goddamn fucking shit. They never have my favorite genre of music. They never have my favorite genre of music. Please wear balloon. We are stumbling on you all the time. Fuck off. Oh, I see. You're following because I'm too small and you're tripping on me. I see how it is. It's a short joke. It ain't mean a thing if it ain't got that. Why do people hate swing music? It's never on these things, but it's my favorite genre, especially electro swing. Pisses me off. Where's swing? Where is it? Do I have lo-fi on here? I listen to that shit a lot. We're listening to it right now. Do you know that before someone used the word lo-fi in front of me physically, I called it lofi music? Like you're sitting in a loft and you're listening to music. Lofi music. The only to learn is called lo-fi, which sounds worse in my opinion. I call it lofi music. And I don't think that was wrong. I don't really listen to these kinds of musics, do I? I don't even know what R&B is. Yeah, polka isn't on here. What the hell? Classic rock? Not really. I'll listen to metal. I don't really listen to these kinds of music. I'm gonna be real. I don't listen to this kind of music. Metal and Miku. Next question. Add electro swing and you'll make a VTuber very happy. What was this quiz for again? Oh, how weird am I? You're probably a popular kid or someone who doesn't think they're even weird. No, I'm a freak. I just listen to music that's too weird for you. Sorry. Okay. What about the ones that you guys have sent? Let's see what you guys have sent. Okay, let's see. What have you guys sent me? We got a few things in here. Okay, what's Wiki? What is this? It's opening on Firefox to make sure it doesn't dox me. I have to be safe. Wait, does it just send me to a random thing every time? No. This is just Japanese characters. I don't understand. I don't understand. Why are you giving me a dictionary definition of a kanji? Oh, the definition of Midori. I thought this was some sort of like weird wiki thing. Okay. Okay. What else we got? Sonic Syndrome test? What the hell? Okay, it doesn't look like it's doing anything that doxes me. That's good. Okay. Sonic Syndrome test. I'm gonna be Sonic now. I'm gonna be Sonic now. I got my yogurt. I should finish this yogurt. Huh. I don't know anything about Sonic, by the way. He's a little guy who runs through rings and saves the world or something. There's humans too, by the way. I don't know what fucking goes on in these games. Spread into the vibrant world of Sonic the Hedgehog and discover which character struggles resonate with your own. Inspired by Shia Gordon et al.'s 2000 research that led to the Pooh Pathology test. This test maps your traits for 7 iconic Sonic figures throughout the 35 questions. From fearless dashes to calculated chaos, tally your scores to uncover your Sonic Syndrome. Ready to race towards your Hedgehog alter ego? No. Oh, I'm already taking it. Oh, shit. It's right here. It's right here. It's right down here. I'm already taking it. I feel lost without someone to guide or support me. I don't know. I think I've been YOLOing my whole life. But a little help is nice. But I think my whole life has been a series of YOLO. I don't care about praise or connection. I couldn't disagree any harder. I need to prove I'm smarter than everyone else. I really don't. That's a stupid ass thing to do. Why would you even... I've never seen a question like this before. That's weird. That's weird. I feel like I need to fix everyone's problems, yes. I love the thrill of taking risks without... Why would... You admit to it being a risk! So why would you have no plan? You admit to it being a risk. So why would you have no plan? Duty matters more to me than fun or relaxation. I'm middle ground on that. I think both are very important. Emotions feel distant or irrelevant to me. Sometimes. It depends on the day. I cling to relationships even when they're tough. Yes, that is a problem that I have. We went over that. I second guess my abilities despite my success. Yes, I think I'm the stupidest person in the world. I don't handle criticism well. I'm kind of used to it. I'm an artist. We used to getting criticism all of the time. I don't know. I think I'm moderately fine with criticism. It just depends on the criticism, because a lot of people think criticism is being a fucking asshole, and I'm like, that's not criticism. You're being a fucking asshole. Yeah, I would say moderately disagree. But sometimes a thing will be said and it gets to me. I see myself as destined for great. I couldn't disagree any harder. Does anyone see themselves destined for greatness? That's very stuck up of you. I'd do anything to keep someone I love close to me. Moderately agree. There are things I will not do. There are things I will not do. There are lines I will not cross. I stick to my rules and routines, no exceptions. Moderately agree. Sometimes I break them, but no, I really like my routines. I focus on goals, not feelings or relationships. Moderately agree to that as well. I act on impulse, even when I know I should think first. No. I'm haunted by memories. If I said disagree, you would all know I was lying right to your face. Agree? I put others' needs way above my... Yes. I can't let go of a task until it's perfect. No, I disagree with that. I've actually learned that sometimes finished, not perfect, is better. You need to move on from that shit. I take my responses more seriously than most. Yes, I know this for a fact, because at work I do it all the time, and everyone's shocked about that. I struggle to trust even when I want to. Hard agree. I struggle to focus on slow, boring tasks. Hard agree. Well, actually, moderately agree. Sometimes it's soothing. Sometimes it's soothing. Sometimes it's very... It depends on the task. And there's a difference between slow, boring task and a slow, boring task is something you enjoy. You know? Like, kneading bread dough would be slow and boring to some, but for others, it's like a texture stimulation thing. And while it is slow and boring, it's nice, it's relaxing, it's using your hands. I'm gonna put that middle. It really just depends. I overthink every step before I take it. You mean every quiz answer? I come off as cold even when I don't mean to. Maple? Maple, my one bun? Do I come off as cold when I don't mean to? Do I? I've had people think that I'm angry when I'm not, but cold is a new one. I don't see you as cold. Okay, that's good. I don't know. I've never encountered this question or these words like arranged in this particular way before. I don't know. Disagree? Maybe because I've never heard it, that would make it the answer disagree. I mean, who comes over to you and says, I think you're not cold? So I guess disagree. I can't sit still. I keep moving or doing this. Shut up. I fear being abandoned or left behind. I'm just gonna put agree and I'm not gonna put an explanation for that. I worry about messing up even when I'm prepared. Yeah, that's why you're preparing, to try to avoid it, but you're still worried. I crave admiration for my ideas and achievements. Yeah. I'm never gonna get them, but I crave them. I get tense or angry when something triggers me. I actually just fucking learned to walk away. It's called having emotional regulation, which is just learning how to regulate your emotions, which means understanding where they're coming from and having tactics in order to be able to better manage them so you don't blow up on people. So I regulate it. I mean, I guess technically, yes, I will get angry, but this strikes me as just lashing out in anger type of question, and I regulate the emotions. So I don't blow up on the people that I'm mad at. It's called emotional regulation. Actually, I'll put it here. I'm not the best at it, but yes. There are things you can do. Literally, I had a breakdown and I stretched and felt immediately better because muscle activation helps with controlling your mood. There are things you can do that are good for emotional regulation that you gotta learn, so you don't act out on your emotions and you act out more logically what's in your head, what you know is the right thing to do, what you want to do, not what you're feeling to do. I get distracted easily, jumping from one thing to the next. It's not that I get distracted easily. It's that I only can fit 3 things active in my brain at a time. So if someone gives me a 4th, something gets lost in the sauce. I think that's an ADHD thing. But I literally can only maintain 3 active things going in my head at the same time. If you give me a 4th thing, one of the things gets sacrificed. So I guess technically, to some degree, yes. This has led to me when I was a kid having a half-made sandwich in the kitchen. Because I'd make a sandwich and go, oh, I need to check something in my room. And I go into my room to check the thing. And oh, someone messaged me. I need to check that, message. Oh, I need to use the bathroom. Sandwich is gone. That's 3 things. The sandwich is gone. I've completely forgotten. And they're not even big things. But that sandwich is gone. And it'll sit out for 2 hours. And they'll be like, were you making a PB&J? I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I was. Okay, I prefer being alone over dealing with others. Actually, moderately agree to... Yeah. It's bad, but yeah. It's easier to emotionally regulate yourself when you're not surrounded by other people. It's easier to be in your own company, in my opinion. What is a Trello board? What is a Trello board? What is that? Shut up. Yes, you're right. You are right. I need that. I do have post-it notes. I put others' needs way above my own. We already asked this. You already had this question. I just answered this a few questions ago. Oh, it restarted itself. The quiz restarted its... When did that... Oh, wait, no. I'm on the wrong browser. Never mind. Sorry. I had it open on Firefox. I had to open my browser, not my stream. I have a browser just for streaming, and I just mixed it up with another one. I'm sorry. Okay. I prefer being alone or dealing with... Or yes. I take bold risks to show off my genius. No. Nah. I feel uneasy if things aren't done the right way. Yes. I keep my guard up to avoid getting hurt again. Yes. I feel detached from others, like I don't belong. Yes. I can't relax when something feels uncertain. Moderately. But the problem is that sometimes I don't even know what the uncertain thing is. I just can't relax sometimes. And I'm like, but my brain's like, something is wrong. What's wrong? Huh? We don't know. They gave the same questions multiple times to verify that integrity. If the answer is the same questions are different, then they're supposed to throw it out because you didn't do the quiz fairly. Okay. I'm Tails. Anxiety. Shut the fuck up! Why does this keep happening every time I do this? It gives me anxiety at like almost the highest level possible. Why does every quiz do this? Every time I do this, it's like, wow, you're really anxious. Shut the fuck up. Hey, at least it says I'm basically not a narcissist. That's good. Anxiety and PTSD. Yeah, that's, that would be me. That would be me. Yeah, those are some high numbers. Have you guys not figured out yet that I'm fucked up in the head? Have you guys not figured that out yet? That I'm pretty fucked up in the head? You guys haven't figured that out yet? I'm very good at masking and hiding it. But no, I fucked up in the head. Yeah, anxiety is always the highest one on these things. And I don't really know why. Although I know I have anxiety. And it used to be so bad that I wouldn't get mail from the mailbox unless there was a 10, yard perimeter around the mailbox of no people. And if anyone went in that bubble, I would literally turn around and walk back into the house and wait. Until there was no one around to get the mail. And I'm better than that now. But, you know, it was like that once. It was really bad once. Mine was pretty low, like 225 or something when we all did it. Wait, what? On what? There's no numbers here. It's just a little... There's no number. What do you mean 225? What does that mean? Yeah, I know I'm Tails. Anxiety. Hi! What does 225 mean? Hi, Arkin. What does that mean? What are you talking about? You gotta pull the percentages. Alright, hold on. I've got a phone. And which means I have a calculator. Okay, let's see. The bigger number, the worse my mental health is. So, 90 plus 85. We're already doing really bad just from that. Plus 40 plus 80 plus 65 plus 25 plus 35. I'm 420, blaze it! Let's go! I'm at 420. That's bad, right? My anxiety is through the roof. How many times has Maple calmed me down from an anxiety attack? Quite a few. Quite a few. Okay, let's see what else you guys have got for me. You guys should send me like an autism quiz. It'd be funny as hell. Because I always score like ridiculously high. Oh, do you guys want me to post the result? I'll post the result for you since someone else posted their result. We can laugh about it. We can laugh about it. Here, have my result. Am I German or what the fuck kind of quiz is? Am I German or autistic? Well, I did ask for an autism quiz, and I guess this counts. Can't believe I'm 420 blaze it. Okay. Both involve systematic thinking, a preference for precision, and difficulty pertaining to small tasks. Tall talk is acceptable. Isn't that kind of... Isn't this kind of racist? You're saying that all German people are like this. People are people, and people are inherently just going to be different no matter where you go from everyone else that is around them. Because everyone is an individual. This is kind of racist. I'll take it. I'll take it, but this is racist. I'm assuming it's a lol funny quiz, because there's no way someone is acting like this is a serious quiz. Punctuality is something I don't understand. Non-negotiable. I've already calculated the departure time account for 3 conditioning scenarios. A basic moral obligation to be late, to be disrespectful to all people's time, which is to disrespect. I thought you meant like writing, like punctual. Not like being punctual, not like a showing up for things on time. German nationality is not a race, but when people act racist, they tend to involve nationality. Which makes me wonder if this is a racist quiz. Like, people who are from this area are this the way inherently, when everyone is different. I'm American and I fucking hate coffee. But the joke is that all Americans drink coffee. You see what I mean? The joke is from this person. The joke is that people who are Asian are all good at math. And that's that people are people. They're either good or bad at math, no matter where they're from. You know, people like or dislike coffee no matter where they're from. Racism is just summarizing things and saying everyone is like this when that's not how this works, and that's never how this is going to work, and it'll never work like that in the future. I don't even like it as a joke. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. I could say a region tends to have more of this and that, like, in terms of, like, structure. Like, America has a lot of places that sell burgers. That's not about a person. That's just about architecture and layout and design. That's different. Oh, no, I'm gonna take it. I'm just pointing out that I think this is racist. Also, I don't understand how punctuality is whether or not you arrive to an appointment at time. I'm Asian. I'm a disgrace to my race because I'm more bad than good at math. See, that's a problem. You shouldn't even have to, like, that joke shouldn't even exist, in my opinion. Is it racism if I'm joking about my race? In a way, I would say yes, because you can internalize racism without realizing it. Just like how you can internalize homophobia without realizing it and act upon it. But I also think that when you're part of a group that has these things that are said about you that are meant to be harmful, and then you say them, it's almost like taking ownership so that it can't hurt you. So I understand that. I completely 100% understand that. These things cannot cause pain if you take ownership of those things. So I understand that. But, you know, it's just me. I mean, I understand that, and everyone might be like, oh, but Sunny, you're just the basic white bitch. How would you understand? I've been called slurs before. And I mean actual slurs, not like white trash slurs, but because I'm short, I've been called slurs before. I've gotten my fair share of shit. Shorty jokes are fine, but there are some people who take it to an actual slur level. And it's not great when it happens. I don't like that. And also, people who assume I'm incapable of things. Constantly. It really sucks. She just can't do that. She's young and dumb. I'm literally in my 30s. Yeah, there are slurs for short people. Did you know that? Never use them. Shorty's fine, tiny, fine. Little people, a little off, but passable, I guess. You know, those fun sizes. That's just funny as shit. Yeah, I'm not going to say what the words are out loud. I don't want it if you demonetize on Twitch. I am doing all right. We're getting through it. Okay, generally important, but context dependent. Fine, but I don't understand why people get to work. I actually, if this isn't about punctuality, it's about arriving to appointments on time. I arrive early. Yeah, pretty much. How bad is Quantum Girl? Who's Quantum Girl? What is that? I don't know what that means. You received a new piece of equipment. You read the manual. No. I read the manual when I get confused. I go, wait, hold on, this isn't easy. And then I flip it up and go through the whole thing. Read the manual in a specific order I have determined to be optimal after addressing the table of contents. That's a little nutty. Read the relevant sections. Yeah. And then gives you an unclear instructions. I fucking kill them. I want more instructions. I'm sorry. I'm annoying when it comes to instructions. I'm like, more. I'm pretty sure I've annoyed Wolf at some point with this. Like, more? Can you tell me more? I don't understand. More? Explain farther. Wait, click what? Following instructions is ask for clarification until they want to kill me. Not a failure on a speaker, a failure on my ability to conceive ideas that I'm being told. Oh, a quantum level super duper small. I have no idea what that means, but that's a fine, fair joke, I think. Small talk is a necessary social loop. What? Who? Why would you write it like that? Why would you write it like that? A social lubrication. Why would you write it like that? I've become proficient at it. I do not enjoy it. What? A lubrication? Is this how German people talk? Do I not understand the lingo? I feel like this is like a linguistics issue where I don't understand the lingo of the words being used when they're translated. A social ritual whose purpose I understand, but whose execution I find bewildering. Fine, I'm normal about it. An insult to the possibility of I don't like small talk at all. I want to have an in-depth conversation. I'm gonna be like, oh, how's the weather? Fuck off. The most reasonable response to someone doing something inefficiently in front of you is to fucking kill them. Politely explain the more inefficient method. People hate me when I do this, and I do this constantly. Explain it once. If they continue doing it wrong, that's their problem. No, I will be the worst person alive, actually. Say nothing. No, People hate me for this, but I do it anyway. Your relationship to rules is best described as... It really depends. Rules exist for reasons. The reasons no longer applies. The rule no longer applies. I decide when that is. That's correct. That's correct. Shut up! She didn't like small talk, or in her case, it's just called talk. Shut the fuck up. Rules are rules. The rule is the rule regardless of the context. No. The rule is a rule unless the rule is wrong, in which case the rule must be argued against for... No, I just won't do it. My bosses hate that. I follow rules because social cooperation depends on, not because I think they're inherently... Okay. Why? I went, duh, and paused it. Nah. If it no longer applies, then I don't... Yeah. You discover a better way of doing something you've been doing wrong for 10 years. Well, I'm gonna do it that way now. Why would I keep doing it wrong? What's the point in that? I have to immediately never do it the whole way again. Yeah, no, that's fucking embarrassing. I have to immediately feel a genuine sense of relief that the world is now more correct. What? Update gradually because changing habits is hard. Well, I mean, I guess it depends. Like, what does this mean here? I was thinking of art, where I think of a better way to draw, so I start drawing that way. Go, oh, that's much better, and then I do it that way. Does this mean, like, just general things in life?
Sunny, how are you good are you in finding even the smallest loopholes in rules? You probably see them as shut the fuck up. Okay, I need a scenario. I think for this question, I need a scenario because this could apply differently to a lot of different things. With art, I just snap and I'm doing the better way. I need a scenario. Someone give me a scenario. Can someone give me a scenario that I can apply this to? Give me a scenario. I need a scenario. What is a good scenario for this? You find a better way to do something. What is a good scenario? I just doing things the same way until someone yells at me. Sunny overthinks everything because even small things seem huge. You're not wrong. I need a scenario. A better way to do something. Like, what does it mean here? What does it mean? What does it mean? Hard finding out layers are a thing. Yeah, layers on a Did you know you could have layers and clip them, Card? She draws digitally so little, she just doesn't know. It's digital art is just touch-ups for her of her traditional art. She just draws traditionally. She wants to make a webcomic, but everything is drawn traditionally. Digital is just a touch-up and line things up. Nothing would be drawn digital. It's so cool. She's working on it. You'll see in the future. One day. I'm her editor. I'm her editor because I'm her biggest fan and also her bestie. I need a scenario, guys. Give me a scenario. Give me a scenario. I need a scenario. Give me a scenario. Think grandparents trying to Google into the search bar and then finding out that they can just search for what they want without going to Google. Well, why would you do that when you can just go to Google? Probably just keep typing in Google and going to Google and doing it that way. What's the problem? It works. She's shown them a bit on her art streams. Oh, yeah. The webcomic. She does do that a bit on the art streams. Why go to Google when you can search from the search bar? Well, I do that now. But before I would go to Google, it took a long time to just start typing in the search. Fuck me. I know what the answer is. God damn it. Update gradually. That's my example and I gave my answer. How do you feel when someone interrupts your focus? I'm gonna kill them. Mildly annoyed, but I can return to it easily. No, it's gone. Why did you do that? It's gone. You take the focus, it's gone. Kill them. The interruption cost me approximately 20 minutes of recovery time. That might actually not be wrong. It depends on whether the interruption was legitimate. That literally doesn't matter. Genuine difficult to describe, like a physical sensation. That's not actually wrong either. That's not wrong either. Fuck. Yeah, everyone keep calling Card out. This is right and this is right. Someone interrupts me and it does cause a weird physical sensation, I would say. It does something and what I had was gone. And I hate it. And it's so hard to get it back. When I'm into something and there was like, but this, and I'm like, it's gone. It's gone now. Why did you do that? Thanks a lot. These are both right. Sometimes I can't recover at all, actually. It's gone for the whole day. So it's probably like this. It's just gone sometimes the whole day. Sometimes it takes me 20 minutes. Sometimes it's like the whole day. It's gone. You interrupt it and it's gone. And I can't do it anymore. Yeah, everyone's hyped for it, of course. When someone says, we should get coffee sometime, you understand this to me, they're asking you on a date. A genuine invitation requiring follow-up scheduling. Huh? No, that's date. I literally did that. A social nicety that means nothing. I do not follow. I will. Neither do they. Everyone is fine. It probably means nothing, but I'm 100% sure, and it bothers me. A vague positive sentiment that may or not result in coffee. It means a date, you dumbass. If someone says, hey, you want to get a coffee with me sometime? They're asking you out. I'm pretty sure. No, that's a date. They're spending individualistic time with you. That's a date. My answer's not on here, so I guess I'll just go with what's closest, which is this. I do that to people, and it's not romantic, isn't it? A date? Isn't that a date? Saying we should get coffee sometime, asking someone on a date to Sunny. Hey, Sunny, we should get You're that one person that Quiz says has a crush on me. Your position on no, and I'm sorry. I don't believe in online dating. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, and I am so sorry. I don't believe in online dating. For my own reasons. For my own reasons. Your position on separating personal and professional matters is... Also, I don't believe in dating anyone that comes from your own fan base, because I feel like that is a power imbalance that I do not want to touch. And you could be like, no, we can be normal about it. No. No, you can't. No matter how hard you try, that's a power imbalance you do not touch. Your business on separating personal and professional matters is hard, but you should do it. Hard, but you should do it. Hay fever blew up my face. What is hay fever? I'm sorry, but I always have this... I know there's a chance that I could blow up in the future, and I always want to put down that one line down so everyone knows and everyone doesn't get in a weird place. It's very important for me to have just that set up, so no one goes, oh, but maybe I want clear lines, very clear, but like very visible, clear as in you can see it, not clear as in transparent. That's the wrong kind of clear. Very visible boundaries. Yeah, I know, but not for you, but for everyone else. Because if I answer it like, aha, maybe, and then say I blew up in the future, someone else would be like, Sunny would date a fan, she could date me, and then and then my life is miserable. I always have to assert those clear boundaries, because I know in VTubing it can get really foggy for a lot of people, and I want to make sure I'm always crystal clear on that. Not for you. I know you know it's a joke, but like also everyone else, I'm always clear about that, because also I know some people go crazy when it's not crystal clear. In law, they call them bright lines. Interesting. That's actually really interesting. Fascinating. Now, basically, I keep seeing shit happen in the VTubing community, and I'm like, I'm being crystal fucking clear. I don't want it to happen, and I don't want anyone to get hurt thinking that something could happen. I don't want anyone getting hurt. I don't want anyone to ever get the wrong idea. So I'm always very crystal clear about it. And I'm not weirded out if anyone ever says, Sunny, I have a crush on you, by the way. That's fine. That's totally fine. That does not bother me. I just don't want you guys getting hurt or getting the wrong idea, and, you know, then you get hurt. I just want that, you know, everyone to be Daijobu. Is my hair misaligned? Is this one lock lower than the other, or am I crazy? Is my head just tilted a lot? My head's just tilted a lot. Okay. They do not mix. This is non-negotiable. It's very negotiable, but it's hard to... It's not great. I have a strong premise for separation, but I understand the real world is messier. Yes. I find the boundary confusing. Sunny, we wouldn't want to see you this way. Probability of this is approaching 0, which is just slightly bigger than you. Fuck you. I find the boundary confusing. No. It's good to keep them separated, but it's also a little hard. That was very good. When you know a lot about something, you keep it to myself. Say relevant information when asked. I don't volunteer it and solicit it. That would be presumptuous. If you mention it, I will not stop talking, though. Take a bow, like take a nice bow. How to consciously stop myself from saying everything I know about it. Have to mention it if it seems useful. Feel responsible to correct misconceptions when I encounter them. I'm gonna sit close to the first one. It doesn't have an answer of when it's brought up. I don't shut up, but if it's not brought up, I'll never talk about it. That's where I am with things. So I'll stick with the first one. That's closest. Your inner monologue is, oh no. Oh no. Orderly. Oh no. That would be nice. Constant and somewhat overwhelming. Involves situations and consideration of multiple possibilities. No, it's far worse than that. Normal, I think. No. I thought, no. You see this answer, the crazy one? It is so much worse than that. I won't get into it. Someone does not follow through on something they said they would do. You feel like that shit just happens. Kingdoms of the Dump is on sale. Why would I want a game called Kingdoms of the Dump? Why? No, shit happens even when it's important. Shit happens. Judgment? No. Shit happens. Confusion followed by distress because the gap between what they said and what happens feels like a fundamental problem. Fine, people are unreliable. Yeah, people are unreliable. It happens. Happens all the time. Who cares? You approach an interesting topic. Your approach to an interesting topic is best described as a word dump. I read the best books from form of view. Move on. Well, you're obviously not that interested, are you? Become extremely knowledgeable about it for a period of a week to a month, then possibly move on. Thorough and systematic, because understanding something halfway is worse than not understanding at all. No, actually, not understanding at all is worse. What the fuck are you talking about? Develop a sustained interest that remains active for years alongside other sustained interests. Yeah. The real problem with the world is that we put bacon in mac and cheese. People don't think things through properly before acting. That is definitely a problem. Imprecision in language, in thought, and action. Everything else follows from this. That's too ambiguous, in my opinion. People say one thing and do another. Well, yeah. Rules without reasons, and reasons with the same courage to follow them to their conclusions. So, following things blindly is a huge problem. And people don't think things through before acting are probably... I don't really see these two as issues. That's just human nature kind of stuff. These are just human nature. High levels of incompetence on all of us. Yeah, that's the real problem. It's stupid people. That would just be this one. This is stupid people. This one is incompetent people. Without reasons. And reasons without the courage to follow them to their conclusions. Stupid people. I'm German and autistic. Words that I can't say, I'm Australian, which is close enough. He was also, by most accounts, someone whose relationship to social convention was at best fundamental and at worst scenario of significant suffering to himself and everyone around him. Well, gee, thanks a lot. He wrote philosophy twice. The first time by establishing what could be said with precision. What does that mean? The second time by dismantling the assumption that precision was the right goal in the first place. Man, just like, wait, I changed my mind. Both versions emerged from the same source, an absolute refusal to accept confusion as a resting state. What the fuck are we talking about? You have, apparently, both the cultural formation that produces systematic people and the neurological subtrait that makes systematic thinking feel like breathing. What does that mean? This is either a significant advantage or an explanation for certain recurring difficulties in your life. Probably both. What does this mean? This person also fits here. So does this other guy. Though he wasn't German. Then why do we care about it being German? You see the issue of like, this is a German thing. It's like these people who aren't German. See why I said it was racist? The category isn't German or autistic. It's people for whom the gap between how things are and how they ought to be is not as abstraction but a constant low grade. This question is stupid as fuck, but I like it. This is like what German people do. Our examples are people who aren't German. But they're very much like German. Yeah, it's stupid. You see how racist is and all that is stupid? What's this Uma point one? What is this? Oh god, no. Uda Musume quiz. Let's do it. Okay. This is gonna hurt me physically. Let's go. I'll take your... I'm not reading all of this. Have I done this before? I feel like I've done this before. This looks familiar. Yeah, no, there's that silhouette. I've done this before. Let's do it again. Oh, I've definitely done this before. I want a snack, too. Do I have any snack I can eat? Probably a whole bunch. I have a bunch of beef jerky, which I don't even like. Not that much, but it'll keep my protein count up when I'm on the go so I don't pass out. I have like a drawer full of snacks, but I don't want them. I don't know if I just ate some chocolate. That's fine, right? Or I could eat some marshmallows, actually. What if I just ate some marshmallows? That's fine, right? That's a great snack. A birthday cake and strawberry. Let's have birthday cake marshmallows. That's fine, right? We love a good birthday cake marshmallow. It's a Peep, by the way, which is a marshmallow, and it's not disgusting. Germanless German examples, yes. We give Germanless German examples because you're not German in a German quiz where we describe Germany with non-Germans. Maybe the whole thing is stupid, actually. Let me eat some Peeps. Oh, look at them. They're so beautiful. Oh my god, my Will Peep guys. They smell like birthday cake. Mmm. I love Peep. Mmm. Peep's so good. I like to collect information about categories of things. That's a weird autistic thing to do. Just collecting information about color theory count. I have a lot. I also have a lot of information about dirt. I guess I agree. Just trains an example? Yeah. Okay, this is the autism question. Always fucking trains on these. I see myself as disorganized, careless. So just moderately agree, not fully agree. I have some organization. Everything just kind of falls apart because I'm disabled. I see myself as extroverted, enthusiastic. Extroverted? What's that? Oh, you stopped. Okay. I find it easy to read between the lines when someone's talking to me. So don't do that. I will take you at your word unless something feels off. I see myself as dependable. No. 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 I see myself as sympathetic, warm. Uh, middle. You won't stop until it makes you stop. Thank you. What phrase best describes you? The king, the princess, wild charger, cyborg, overlord, a knight of oath and loyalty. What the fuck kind of answers are these? Am I playing an RPG? The saintress, support character, cat. So sorry about that. Sorry about that. Which one am I? It's not even a phrase. This is just a. These are just D&D classes or whatever. Why they put phrase? This is just like a class picker. But I'm a queen, so I guess I'll put myself as a princess. My phone wallpaper is. Hold on. It's flowers. Picture a blooming flower. Got it. I love marshmallow peeps. So I don't know if this is normal or not, but I changed my phone. Not just my phone wallpaper, but the whole layout based on the seasons. So we're in spring, so I changed my whole phone set up to be a spring theme. So the wallpaper is sakura flowers, and like I have these flower petal borders for like all of the icons on it, and I have one for like every season. Well, really multiple, and I change it every time we enter a new season so that my phone matches the weather. I don't know if that's normal or not, but that's what I do. Of these foods, which three are your favorite? Probably gonna be a lot of them. Okay, where's cake? Oh, cheesecake's really good. A crisp apple is the horse answer. Where's the carrot? Oh, I do love a juicy cheeseburger. There's the carrot answer. There it is. No, it's not a carrot, but I just think it's funny. I wouldn't say Daifuku is my favorite, but I really do like Daifuku. Shoyu ramen is the one with the meat that just like dissolves with the egg, right? It's pretty good. Oh, interesting. I changed wallpapers and layout depending on the character that I like, though main screen is always Suzuka. that sounds very you. I don't like coffee. I think I want New York pizza because I think New York's food's messy as fuck. Ramen is really good. Probably those three. I always see myself as anxious, easily upset. Yeah, couldn't agree more. 90% on the anxiety test. I see myself as conventional, uncreative. No! Carrot cake. I would also do so much for a good slice. Carrot cake's okay. I find it easy to do more than one thing at once. I would disagree a bit. If there is an interruption, I can switch back to what I was doing very quickly. Now, I see myself as reserved, quiet. I might, but you guys won't, so we'll put that one in the middle. I see myself as calm, emotionally stable. You couldn't be more wrong. When I'm reading this might be a Maple agree, but that's you couldn't be more wrong. I used to see Maple as calm, emotionally stable. When I'm reading a story, I find it difficult to work out the character's intentions. No, they make it pretty crystal clear in writing, actually. They tend to make it pretty crystal clear. That's why it was written. You know? You're at a library. What book do you pick up and read? Book by Rocks or something. House of Leaves. Guns, Germs, and Steel. The Fate. Oh, wait, these are actual books. What did I put last time? Because I know I've taken this quiz. Yeah, Maple, you strike me as emotionally stable. Why do you think I come to you when I'm emotionally unstable? I crave stability. I could do that. Also, every question doesn't have good god darn poon collection. Emotionally stable in this economy. Let's see. I would also do World of Wonders. I like looking at this kind of stuff. I like learning about this kind of stuff. Wait, yeah, Wolf is here. Hi, you're like never here. Hi, yeah, everyone party. Wolf is here. Yeah. Yeah, they got me to the Sonic test. I rated at 90% anxiety. Like every time I take that, the anxiety is like 90 to 100 when I take tests like that. I just don't know why. I just can't get the mail unless there's nobody within a 10, 20, 30, 40 radius from the mailbox.
Hello.
I'm not anxious at all.
Hello.
Wait, I can show you the answers. This is how I rated. But at least I'm not narcissistic. I hope you like my answers. Oh, I took am I German or autistic, and turns out I'm German and autistic. Now they're trying to figure out what horse I am. Was like skills at 45%, everything else was 0 to 10. I cannot believe you have mental health. Wolf has mental health, and here I am just showing that I'm crashed out. Here I am just like crashed the fuck out, and Wolf has mental health. I envy your mental health. Okay, so I can either learn about the coolest things, or I can learn about the coolest things that I can actually apply to in my life. I want this one. I actually have a book like this in my room right now. So I guess that's the one. I have a book like this. My favorite Uda Musume song is, oh, right. I believe, because I was taking this, and I believe I went on a long tangent about everyone, and I think Blow My Gale was the one I think I went with. Because I like rock music. Because I'd never heard of songs before. And my opinion about Uda Musume music, by the way, would get me canceled. Because I think most of these songs are basic as fuck and completely forgettable. But this isn't for the music. You're there for the horse girls and like horse racing and learning about the history of your favorite horse, but like as an actual horse. You're not there for the pop music. That's just like an extra like little icing to the cake, but you're not there for that. You're there for the cake. The music is not what sells the games. Guys, he's mentally well. He's mentally well, and that's how he's able to do stuff. I do not understand that. He's so capable because he's not, like, fucked up and like me and stares at the ceiling for 4 hours after I stream to try to recoup. He can do something and then go do something else. Did you know he can do that? I can't do that. I do something and I'm like Hyper Beam. I do something and then I need to recharge. You get to go on a trip to Japan. Which of these locations are you most excited for? See, I remember this, and I didn't care about any of the locations, so I'm just going to hit a random one, and that's where I'm going to go to, Shinjuku. Because I want to go to Akihabara and Kyoto. Notice how they're not on the list. So, I don't care about these answers. I just hit a random one, and I end up where I end up. I'm in Japan, I guess. My most used social network is also, I Oh, I had an issue with this question too. I went on a land tangent with someone about this question because YouTube is not a social network, like social media network that you socialize in. You post shit and fuck off. Lane, a group chat, is not that either. TikTok is you post shit and fuck off. The only really what Instagram is you post pictures. You can't just start chatting really on there. Facebook, Twitter, and Blue Sky count. These other ones do not count. Tumblr would make more sense than Instagram, for example. I think that this is like poorly constructed. Literally, Discord would make more sense than YouTube. And I wouldn't even count Discord. I think this is extremely poorly constructed. So I guess if I had to choose between my most used item on this list, I guess it would be YouTube. I go on YouTube. But I think this is very a badly designed question. I find it difficult to work out people's intentions. I feel like I always think I'm right and then I'm wrong. I think that's the issue. I think I know. I think I know and then I don't know. I would slightly agree. I see myself as open to new experiences. I mean, I'm a VTuber now and that's definitely new, so I guess I would moderately agree. I have to know small sounds when others do not. Yeah. How tech savvy of you? I know what a JPEG is. I know what a JPEG is. I also know what a PNG is. I mean, I guess I actually don't fully. JPEG is just where it's compressed, right? Color appears to explode when I touch them. No. Check my. But I do a lot of texting, doom scrolling. Yeah, I guess that. I have an ad blocker. I don't know if it's a clock, but I have an ad blocker. Yeah, I guess that makes me tech savvy. I have an ad blocker. I have a couple, actually. Not on this. There's only one here. But like on my regular, I have so many ad blocks. I know how to tell if someone's listening to me is getting bored. I would say I would agree to that a bit. I know when to stop sometimes. I find it easy to work out what someone is thinking or feeling just by looking at their face. No! Favorite color was cyan. It's not on this list. Fuck you. Blue, I guess. I see myself as critical, quarrelsome. What the hell does this mean? I'm quarrelsome? Does this mean I just get into fights? Does this mean I'm like a Reddit mod? No. I'm not a Reddit mod. Wait, oh, did I not? Oh, I didn't get one. Okay, thank you. I usually concentrate more on the whole picture rather than small details. No. Select all terms you know the meaning of. No. I remember this before. I don't know what these things mean. I don't know what this means. I don't know what that 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 means. I feel like I've heard it, but I don't fully know what it means. Omegaverse? Is that like the multi... No, that's the multiverse. I don't know what that means. 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 This is like the joke with me. I don't know what anything means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know that. I don't know that. Don't know that. Wait, this is like a thing on D&D, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what that is. Limited slip differential. Onion routing? Is your router an onion? I don't know that. 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 No, no, no. Oh god. Horse cribbing? Okay, I'll stretch. We need that. Everyone stretch with me or die. Right arm up and over your shoulder and stretch or your legs explode. Left arm up over your shoulder and stretch or your head explodes. Both arms, lock your fingers together and go straight up or your digestive tract explodes. Okay, we're stretched. And I will change my posture. Thanks. I've never, okay. Ones I've heard of, but I don't fully understand. I've heard of the Omegaverse. but I don't know what it is. I know cantrips are in D&D. I don't know what they are. I know they're in there. Yeah. That's all I know. Cantrip. What is a cantrip? I know it's a thing in D&D. I can't remember if it's like a spell or if it's like an item. I feel like it's a spell to some degree. Like you get to do a little thing. Would that be right? Cantrip is like a little extra little thing you get to do on your turn. Am I right? In D&D. Am I right? What is a T-spin? Is that like a car thing? Inverse toad. What does that mean? Can I hit any of these? Spell category. Spells that don't cost spell slots. I'm kind of right. I guess I'll mark a cantrip. I know what a cantrip is by accident. I don't know what the Omegaverse is. I just hear people talk about it. Pivot table. What? Running braid. I don't know what these things are. I'm stupid. Which Ura Musume do you vibe with most? If you do know offhand, skip the question. Guys, which one is the stupidest one? Alright, give me the stupidest one. Who is the... Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, who's the stupidest girl? Give me the stupidest girl, horse girl, or give me the shortest horse girl. Bonus points if she's short and stupid. Like, stupid as in she has no idea what's going on around her. If she's short, that's great too. Give me the shortest, stupidest horse girl. Who's the shortest, stupidest horse girl? Bakushin? The shortest, stupidest girl. We have to find Bakushin. Oh my god, there's so many horse girls. Red desire, stay gold, forever young, forever young. That's what I feel like. But how am I gonna find them? Oh my god, there's so many. If you want a short, dainty horse girl with a cute hat, it's Rice Shower. Urara and Urara? That's 3 horses. Short, clumsy, and there for the love of the game. And Stego. That's too many horses! Haru Urara would probably line up with you the best. That's the one that won, like, the horse contest on the cyclothon. Haru Urara. That's the one that won the horse girl contest. Oh, she cute. I like that. Oh, look at her. Okay, Haru Urara's cute. Who else do we say? Stay gold. Course. Girl. I don't vibe her. Rice Shower. Nah, I don't vibe her. Bakushin. I vibe her a little, but I think it's Haru Urara. Okay, where's Haru Urara? That's the one that everyone likes. Does that mean everyone like me? What? I have to type that in? What kind of fucking... Okay. Matikanetanhauser. Oh, wait, I vibe her. Wait, she's cute. But I think Haru Urara feels the most like me when I look at her. Okay, let's find Haru Urara. We can just keep on listing horses at this rate. Where's Haru Urara? Oh my god, how am I gonna find her? We can do this, guys. We can find Haru Urara, 1 horse at a time. Gold City, Seeking the Pearl. What are these horse names? Smart Falcon. No, you're not. You're a horse. Haru Urara. We found it. For recreation, I like to pick any. Can I pick as many as I want? I draw. Crack walnuts. What the fuck kind of answer is that? Hit an arcade, travel the world, draw paint. Can I hit more than one answer? Yes. Go to festivals, crack walnuts, sing karaoke, watch sports, gamble. Garden, yes. Go to a spa, collect plushies, yes. Cook a nice meal, eat a lot, no. I'm technically cooking a nice meal when my leg's not fucked up. Volunteer, play pranks. What kind of answers play pranks? Have a snowball fight. These are weird answers. What if you live somewhere that doesn't have snow, but you would love it? These are weird answers. Do you consent to sixes in enhanced website fixtures will not affect your score results? No. They aren't in Uno Musubi, but would you like to know my favorite horse names? Sure. For thoroughbred horses is quite hard to name a horse because of all the darn naming conventions. Your Uma personality is Believe. What a horse name! Believe. Potato. And not extroverted. I'm somewhat agreeable. Not consensuous. What does that even mean? No emotional stability. Open to stuff. Pretty autistic. I like how autism is on the scale. Oh, and by the way, she's autistic. Do I have the personality of Believe? She looks kind of mean. She looks kind of mean. But she also looks very sporty. Those pants, shorts, look like they would air through really well. They look kind of comfy. They look like I would probably wear that. They look comfy as fuck. Like you can get all this airflow and it's not touching you. I'm Believe. There's no way there's a horse named Potato. Panty raid? Waiki Kamukau and Sir Horse. That's pretty great. I wonder if the horse was asked how they would act like to name their horse, and owner said potato. Registry guy was like confused, so he's like, oh yeah, okay, pot and 8 O's. Potto? Oh, it's not potato, it's potto. Potato. Potato. That's great. That's hilarious. They got it wrong, and that's the horse's name now. Are you guys out of quizzes for me? Is that all we got? I mean, it has been 4 hours, so maybe I should stop and raid out. It has been 4 hours. It has been 4 hours. We could stop. It's pronounced Waiki. Hoof-hearted. That's pretty great. Skibbity Riz. That's also pretty great. Well, I believe in myself. I really don't, but I could believe in myself if I chose to. No one can stop me if I want to. But let's raid out. It's been 4 hours. Who is streaming? Who is a stream? I see Cerber streaming on my stream deck. Well, let's see who else. Wait, I hit the go live button. Oh fuck, that might mess things up. Oh well, fuck, I hit the wrong thing. Oh fuck, yeah, I already have this open. Oh fuck. Nah, I think we're okay. I hit the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I hit the go live button. I did not need to do that. Okay, back to Believe. I hit the wrong fucking button. Alright, who's left? Hey, new Sunny stream! A horse named Fortnite. That's horrible. Yeah, there's quite a few people streaming. I do like rating Cerber though. She's so sweet. She's so sweet and nice. I do love rating Cerber. Hard to not raid Cerber. Really hard to not raid Cerber when she's just always so nice and soft spoken. Hard to not. Yeah, I'm just gonna raid Cerber again. Fuck it. Hard to not raid Cerber when she's so fun. Hard to not raid her when she's so fun. I like being on her streams all the time. I'm on Cerber a lot. Alright, let's get a raid message. We're gonna raid Cerber because I always raid Cerber. I always raid Cerber. As I like to go to her streams when I'm done anyway. I'm like, fuck it, let's just go there. I'm already going there. Oh, she's playing some Nautica. Ooh. That should be fun. Yeah, short stream raid. Alright, you got it. That sounds good. Unless you mean that by short jokes. I think that's what you do mean. We got test. Okay, here we go. Short stream raid. Let's go. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Sorry, I had no real plan. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna chill. Bye-bye. Sorry, it was just